For the first final in the boot competition, we have here Sydney, Fiji versus Tivana. Of course, both sides progressing through to this boot final. Attacking from their line, the women's sides. Coming on the inside, drawing them in, taking it to 22. We've seen some great rugby all day, haven't we, Pete? As we come up, Pete concentrating on his paperwork.
It's been a extravaganza of rugby union, that is for sure, and it's going to go all the way through to the cup final at 6 o'clock tonight. So stay tuned. We've got rugby at its finest here on Bar TV, just like we have here in this one. This is the boot final. Sydney, Fiji up against Tefano.
You got a half for me? Thank you.
Okay, that's now.
On my call, please, ladies. Steady, square.
Check back at the action.
Crouch!
Tefano looking to score here first.
Set.
In the 10, Emily Robinson. She's been the danger player here. But no, they turn it over on the scrum there. Sydney, Fiji getting another penalty there, not getting back.
Keep going back, thank you.
The full 10 metres. Ball spread wide by Sydney, Fiji, looking to play a bit of razzle-dazzle out here for the Central Coast Sevens.
Put it down here, Gareth. As we see now, Sydney, Fiji looking, they tried to attack wide, but they just couldn't quite execute their move out to the edge.
And of course, if you are joining us for the final session,
yeah,
tweet us in here at Bar TV, hashtag Bar TV Sports, hashtag CC7s, to keep it interactive as we have done all day.
That's fine, I went out, hands backwards.
Ball coming out now. This is good play here by the women. As they come forward.
Oh, unfortunately, just couldn't hang on to it, and the ball pops out the back, and the ball's being kicked up into the referee's box. A bit of a ricochet there. But the good thing about being so close to the ground, if it bounces off the roof, it goes back into the field of play.
Yes, definitely, and
yes,
it just seems like both teams are playing good finals rugby. Not chancing their arm too much here in the early stages of this match, Peter. As Sydney, Fiji now go for the scrum feed. Oh, it's been called back here by the referee.
Just on the 10-metre line. As we see now, another scrum.
Rebecca Beeson for the Sydney, Fiji side, Pete. She's the one to watch out for, number 8. As they feed the ball, comes out, looks like a bit scrappy at the back, but no, Sydney, Fiji come up with it. Looming. Everything to play for here. Picked up off the back of the ruck. Coming forward. Quick tap there by Sydney, Fiji. Offside called. Has space on the outside. She's winding up. She runs over one, but no, holds on to a bootlace there.
We don't have that number on our program. Of course, the jerseys have been swapped regularly throughout the day. The 14 is with it. Another one that eludes us, but look at her go. Support on her right, and they're going in to score the first try.
And yes, they have. The referee points to the heavens, and that's the first try of this grand final in the boot competition. Of course, we have Sydney, Fiji versus Tefano in this playoff for the illustrious boot, Peter.
It is the illustrious boot. Who wants it the most? We'll find out as the sun blazing down here on Maury Breen Oval. We're into the home stretch. Don't go anywhere. Bar TV's live and exclusive coverage all the way through to the last cup final And then, of course, the presentation.
Yes,
is
and of course, the divisions now split. The finals for all divisions. It's the boot, it's the plate, and it's the cup finals in both men's and women's. And I tell you what, stay tuned because the men's and women's finals are going to be absolute blockbusters in the cup. It's the Pearls versus Maple Leafs and Wellington versus DeVita. Both sides in both ends of the scale are looking absolutely hot as a little break there. Ooh, tries to kick the ball through and doesn't come away with it.
This is Kelly spinning it back across the halfway line. There's a beautiful inside ball. Big palm and go. Scooped up. Lost.
5-0 the scoreline here. Sydney, Fiji. You just get that feel, Pete, that it's finals time. They're playing within themselves a little bit. I want to see them open up like we've seen all day.
Yep, this is it. This is when you need to do it. This is when the eyes of the world are glued on the finals.
I tell you what's got them there is free-flowing rugby. So what's going to get them over the line? Free-flowing rugby, Peter.
Keep it simple, you think?
No.
Keep it razzle-dazzle. Expansive, you want it?
I don't want to see simple. I want to see flicks. I want to see tunnel balls. I want to see...
Well, you might see a great try unfolding here. Great tackle out the back. Oh, they've gone without it. Just keeping it alive, aren't they? Spinning it back again. They've come from the west. Heading out towards the east. Look at them go, the girls. Down inside the 22. 5-0. Sydney, Fiji leading the way here. This is finals day on Bar TV Sports. And tell your friends to click on because we're heading down into the final straight. Big Cup final starting from 6:15. But this is the final for the girls out here in their division. This could be a try. She'll pin the ears back. She'll make it. She scores the try. Coming around. And she's not done yet. She still wants to improve her position. And that is half-time.
Yeah, half-time and scoring right on the buzzer there. Sydney, Fiji making it 10-0 with the kick to come. You'd like to think she'll just pot this one over. I tell you what, I'm looking towards the south, Pete, and this is looking like it could be a rainy final.
Yeah, well, they did say earlier on in the day, Gareth, that we could be experiencing a few thunderstorms. I think the thunderstorms, just at last check, when we checked about an hour ago, they were in the western suburbs of Sydney. So just looking at that wind, they could well be blowing up the coast, and 6 o'clock could be that ideal time. You'd hope not. I mean, you don't want to finish a tournament with wet conditions. That is for sure.
We don't want
to be swept away.
This tournament has been sizzling, hasn't it? We don't want the sizzle.
We don't want the fire to go out, do we?
The fire will never go out in my heart.
The fire has just begun. I mean, in my mind, that is for sure.
I can hear the Bodyguard theme song playing in my head, Pete. Standing next to you as we go to half time.
It's 12-0. You've just tuned to the coverage. It's all been Sydney, Fiji.
And the coach is really giving it to both sides here in the huddles.
Indeed, and of course...
the Tefano team,
Well, what they've
got a lot to catch up. 2-try buffer.
Yeah, they're going to give each other a few extra minutes between halves as well in the finals.
Obviously, the temperature here peaking at 35 degrees.
Yeah.
It's been a boiler of a day.
It is. It's been an absolute stinker.
So these teams are going to be fatigued. Of course, the cup final is 10 minutes a half in the grand final. So even more so, fitness will probably get the teams over the line as well as skill, Pete.
Well, that's it. And I guess mental toughness to get them through it. They're just going to forget about the hot weather, the hot conditions, and I guess play to their strengths. And they're not here. They're no slouches in their divisions, are they? They've played spectacular rugby to get to where we are at this time of the day. Of course, this is the boot final for the women. It's Sydney, Fiji leading by 12 points to 0, and that is a deep kick too.
Yeah, she's knocked it deep, and she's going to attack off her own line. Good option. Just taking him on, backing herself. That's what we like to see. As they come through the Sydney, Fiji side, they've lost the ball to far now.
There's
That's
a penalty.
Be a penalty to Sydney, Fiji. Quick tap and
try.
Yeah, that's a try. Any day of the week there. The number 19 in Lemmy. Goes over. Good option. Good thinking. Good quick thinking. And now the score out to 17-0. Difficult kick there, especially with this wind blowing.
And a little cloud cover as well, Gareth, coming across the ground as well. And then, of course, that cloud cover can be difficult for a kicker. Of course, she's looking into the western skies as now they have the chance to go out to 19 points to 0. Let's see what she can come up with. What can she accomplish? It looks good off the boot. Just wide.
Just
so no
skimming the inside post there. Unlucky as they come back now for the restart.
So back to the halfway we go. So the boots final for women. Next match will be the men's final.
Naboo versus Sunnybank. I'm looking forward to that one. Both sides can throw the ball around.
As now spinning it
Ball
inside
spread
their
wide.
22, spreading it wide, up the middle, flick, out the back, tapped across. The winger's got it. She comes back on the field. She didn't want to go anywhere near to the touchline just in case she was poleaxed over the touch.
Yeah, I think these Tefano girls just playing within themselves. Maybe the occasion of the boot final has got to them, Pete.
Yeah, well, you know,
Just back, please.
funny things can happen. You wouldn't think so, though, but maybe.
Fine.
You just never know. I mean, you know, they've got to get themselves up. There's been a bit of a break between the last time they played, Gareth, earlier on in the day, so it's all
Couple of
about that
hours.
mental attitude, and so far, the Sydney Fijians, well, they're switched on. They've hit the red button, haven't they? And look at them go this time. Crossing the 10 over the halfway line. I don't think she'll make it. She doesn't make it. She throws it in hope. Back away to the 10. Look at her go. Away to left eye. Will she score? Yes, she does. In the corner they go. Well, put that down to the strong run up the middle of the park.
Yes, what a great run, just busting them up the middle. I didn't think she'd have the legs to get all the way, but she found the option on the outside, and she goes over in the corner. But I tell you what, it might be too little too late for this Tefano side.
Give you the easy ones.
That's right, here's the kick. Looks like, just the breeze actually caught it as it set sail towards the post. So no change on our official Bar TV scoreboard. The scorekeepers, they've been busy today.
17-5 it is.
12-point margin.
We've still got
When you're ready too.
4 minutes to go in this match, so maybe there is life in this game, Pete. As
You
the ball
never
comes
know.
down, looking to counter, gets outside one. Good little dance there, but loses the ball forward there as she was brought to the ground now, looking to counter-attack from the 50-metre line. Good little ball there. She's got support on the outside. She's looking inside. She gives it, steps back inside. Oh, good dummy there, the show and go. We haven't seen that all day. And the big number one coming through there, Jay-Z, we've got on the program.
Come on, ladies.
And she scores. Caitlin Moran.
That
puts
was
it
the
down.
biggest dummy of the tournament.
The
She
show
fooled
and go.
everybody.
It fooled me. I thought she'd given it on the inside, Pete.
Yeah, fooled the defence coming across as well. They didn't know which way to go. Here's the kick. It looks okay. Bingo.
And they are well and truly back in this match now. Tefano's come alive, come alight, and they want this boot grand final, don't they?
Well, it's only 5 points with 3 minutes to go.
Score 17-12.
Who wants the boot? This is the final.
She's on her feet.
Tell you
Sydney
what, I want
Fiji
the
and
boot.
Tefano, you want the boot. You'll get the boot in 2 hours. Until then, stay with me. 22 is where they come down.
Boom, boom, Pete, Jolly.
No.
We'll both get the boot. The double
I
boot.
think we're going in the same direction.
The only way is up, Pete, from here as the ball dummied around. Oh, Tefano with the ball. Gets out the other end. She's got support on the inside. Good
Great
hands.
hands.
Flicks it out the back. Oh, just caught up. It
It's
gets
still
another
on.
ball. It is on. And if she can get over, she uses a step.
Great ball on the inside. Great tackle too.
Crunchy tackle.
Still onto the right-hand side. They'll back their pace, and they're in. Well,
They're in again. And this is
This
now,
game is alive. It's
Locked it up.
17 all with a kick to come.
What a comeback by this Tefano side. We said they were a bit flat from the start, but they must have heard us, Pete, and they've lit up, they've come alive, and now it's equal pittings at 17 all.
Well, we spoke about kicking today. Hasn't been the best from the goal kickers, but if she can nail this, she could be
The grand final
taking
hero.
the grand final trophy, well, the plate, the boot, back to her division. It's coming around. It looks the worst kick. It's off the crossbar, nearly turning the best kick of the tournament.
Tell you what, she hit that low and fast, and it just hit that horizontal post there, bouncing off, and that's very unlucky. The score remains 17 all here in this boot final.
Well, that is an unbelievable drop punt, drop kick,
and
toe.
takes it 10.
That is incredible.
Yes, comes over the 10.
Made it.
Touch judging confirming there.
Yep, they just had an eye.
So that means,
Moment.
of course,
It's going to be a line.
Sydney Fiji throw.
Yes.
Line out. I think it's the first line out for the match, isn't it?
Lemai with the throw in,
Yes.
the 19.
Yes, there's 45 seconds to go here.
Let's go. Move,
It
please.
could be anyone's match. It's going to go into extra time if we don't have a winner, of course. 5 minutes each way. Golden try. As they shape to pass. Looking dangerous here.
Not held.
As they approach the halfway line, out the back it comes. They're trying to cross the 10. Here they go. Great ball on the inside. Over the halfway. They're looking impressive. Passing the 10.
Yes, looking dangerous when they string a few passes together. Sydney Fiji haven't had much of the ball this half. All the ball in the first half. Scores locked up at 17 all. Quick tap taken.
6 seconds.
6 seconds to go here in this boot final. As we hear the hooter, the ball gets thrown wide. Has she got the pace to get around? She's laughing. She's taunting.
Just hold on
Holds the ball
to
up,
it.
Looking to reset it.
Penalty.
It's a penalty. High tackle. Big call there by the referee. This will be the last play of the game as they look to keep the ball in.
They're
She's
going to
chipped it
chipping
over
it.
the top. What is she thinking? Ball in hand. It gives the Tefano side a chance to attack.
This is, well, they've got to go 80 metres if they're going to pull it off. No.
Forward pass.
Gee, lucky
there.
that was forward because Jay-Z in number 1 here, she was down the touchline. But there we go. That is full time here. And, of course, it's 17 all here in the boot final for women.
Actually, Kate.
We're
Kate
going
Lamoran.
Yeah.
We're going into extra time.
So stay tuned. These are the finals, and this is the Central Coast Sevens tournament, the most prestige Sevens tournament in the country.
Okay.
And the ladies, they'll be absolutely loving this cloud cover because the temperature has gone from around 32 degrees down to around 25. It's
I
dropped
reckon it's dropped more
considerably.
than that. I'm looking for my jump. I'm looking for the Bar TV Brown, Pete.
You're after your thermals.
Yes. As we come now to the huddles.
Sydney, you have one sub
What do you
remaining.
think they're saying to each other? Just dig in. This is the last game of the day.
You have one sub
We only
remaining.
need 5 more
Yes, same
minutes and
trophy.
extra effort.
Okay, let's go, please.
One of us has to score as they go to the coin toss.
Captain's chosen that way.
Come to the middle of the field. Referee calling both teams on.
As you can see now through the Bar TV pictures, we'll have a toss. So just letting everybody know, it's 5 minutes each way, but whoever scores first points will take the boot. That is for sure.
Prestigious boot. The boot, this is the prize everyone wants to get at the end of the day.
Is it why?
If you don't go home with a boot, you don't go home with much.
Which way are you going
In the boot final, of course, a Sydney Fiji in the bold blue.
Golden point.
Tafar now in the striped blue and white here. The horizontal stripes.
Whistle.
So left to right.
Kicking off here, Tafar now to restart this extra time here on the Central Coast for the Central Coast Sevens. Maury Breen Oval hasn't seen action like this in a long, long time. As the ball comes to the sideline, they keep it in. Good running, good hands there. Chancing their arm.
They're up quickly too.
Danger play. They need to really consolidate and work it up the field, I think, That's the best ploy for these girls here as they do the wraparound play, creating an extra player.
Tackle assist release.
Coming forward just over the 22. Holding on. That's going to be a penalty to Sydney Fiji. Quick tap. Taken. She comes up through the middle. Taking it well over the 40-metre line.
Here's another penalty. They
Yes.
take the quick tap. They're not going to muck around, are they, Gareth? Big palm. Still going. They've got numbers this way. They've just got to put it together. Where will it go now?
Sing.
They're away to the 22. She'll pin the ears back. The cover's coming across. They get her. 2
Great
metres out
cover
for the line.
defence.
Great try, saving tackle. 2 metres away from the line.
That
Sydney
was a crunching
Fiji.
hit, and they're all coming in from sideways. They're coming in forever. People are
Take
spinning
the
out.
tap. It's still on. They'll score. That's it.
That is the winner.
That's all she wrote. The boot final. It's gone. It's all over.
Lemmy with a double for Sydney Fiji, winning the match. It's all over within the space of 2 minutes of that grand final for the boot. And they are hugging each other. Jubilation on the field. It's excitement everywhere here at Maury Breen Oval.
Well, this tournament definitely just keeps on, going above expectation. They've done it in sizzling form.
Yes, it keeps tossing up surprises everywhere we look, doesn't it?
In extra time, they
Tell you
does.
what, Tafana, the out-and-out favourites for that match, paid for playing within themselves, didn't they, in that first half? As we go now,
To our next men's boot final.
it's Sunnybank versus Nabua. Here. Nabua, of course, playing in the maroon side. Sunnybank in the green and white. The Dragons. We had Peter Lee in the box before from the Sunnybank side. Very, very confident about his team's chances in this boot competition. Pretty sure he's going to be going home with the boot. He didn't mind what sort of boot either, did he?
He'll
The young
take whatever he
Fijian.
can get, the young Fijian. Pretty confident lad as well. So, Nabua. Well, what do you say about them? They've taken this tournament not by surprise, but you couldn't underestimate them from the get-go. That is for sure.
Yeah, of course, one of the most historic teams in Fiji. A lot of history behind the Nabua side. One of the oldest teams hailing from Fiji. And I tell you what, this final, sparks will fly, Peter Jolly.
Yeah, it will indeed. And the presentation of the boot is now being displayed downstairs on the 10-metre line. Nice moment for these girls. It's been a frantic lead up to this tournament. A lot of hard work, a lot of sweat and tears have got into it. And that is a moment that they will endeavour to remember forever. Moments like this you just can't forget. As Sunnybank now taking on Nabua in the men's boot final.
Yes, and look at Nabua. They look absolutely pumped in the maroon. Of course, Sunnybank in the green, black and white. The Dragons, hailing from Queensland. Started out as one of the tournament specials. But I tell you what, the class in this tournament has put them into the boot final. No shame in that though, Pete Jolly. As we mentioned before, probably could do with some boots. You are a shoe man.
Don't mind a good shoe.
The shoe
Prefer
shopping.
a shoe over a thong. That's for sure. But on a day like this, you'd give anything for a good boot. Now here we go. The men's boot final. Nabua up against Sunnybank. Sunnybank get us underway.
Oh,
it
it's a
hasn't
poor
travelled the 10.
kick-off. Poor kick-off, and that wind really holding the ball up. It's going to play havoc in this game, not just with the kicking, but the long passing game that this Fijian side prides itself on.
So the Fijian side going inside the Sunnybank territory for the first time on the attack. Look at them go. They are attacking left, right and centre. Collidan brought down. about 30 metres away from the Sunnybank line. Out it comes to the flanking number 2. He's got good vision. This time he takes the ball down, but he was able to offload. Even better ball, but it sails over the touchline. But you've got to chance your arm, and that's here what they're going to be doing.
I tell you what, both sides play like this, so it's Sunnybank's return a fire here with the ball. Let's see what they can do from inside their own 22. I'm predicting they're going to go the width of the field straight up, Peter.
Okay.
As they pass the ball out, yes.
They're up
past
quickly.
Good defence there.
2 men in there. There's a penalty going
though.
to the Sunnybank Dragons.
Not making the 10 there from the line out.
Taking the tap, Gareth. They cross their 10-metre line. This is the 2 in Brendan Mitchell. Ball comes out the back. Here's another penalty.
Peter Lee with a quick tap. He's dangerous. He's their danger man. He's their go-to man as he skips through those long, lanky legs, taking them over 40 metres out.
Had 2 minutes. Well, that's their, 4th penalty since the start of play.
Yeah,
So,
referee really giving that P a workout, isn't he, Pete?
the way he's going, he's got to just look after that whistle. Still another 9 odd minutes remaining in this men's boot final. Sunnybank attacking the eastern side. As you can see now, they switch it back to the middle of the field. Look at them go. Look at them step. Big shoulder into the Nabua side.
And they've turned it over.
Surrendering the ball, they've turned it over. Here's another penalty to Sunnybank.
Unlucky there for the Nabua side. I thought maybe...
And he's given him a yellow card.
Big call there by the referee in the grand final of the boot competition.
So they're down to 6.
This could spell the end of Nabua's boot final hopes as they come through the middle and dancing. He's got no support with him though. These players under a little bit of fatigue playing all day. And he skips through there. Will he get through the other side? No, he doesn't.
Stay.
Nabua defending their line. In trouble here. Ball out.
Oh, good scrambling defence there from Nabua. It's still on though. They come back through the middle. Sunnybank searching for first points. There's a try coming. If he comes back on the inside, he'll score. The number 2's over in Brendan Mitchell. First try here for the Sunnybank Dragons. They lead 5-0 with a kick to come.
Yes, Mitchell could have gone to the outside but chose to take the ball in. Nearly held up by the Nabua scrambling defence, but that's a try there. And that is the first try of the match to Sunnybank. 5-0 in this boot competition.
And Robert Butcher to convert.
The butcher of Sunnybank.
Let's see if he can do exactly that with this, a kick conversion.
He butchered it.
He did. So no change on the Bar TV scoreboard in the final. It's Sunnybank leading by 5-0. But if you just tune to the coverage, Nabua, well, they're down to 6. They've seen the yellow cards.
Exploited there.
We've
as
only
well.
seen 2 yellow cards, I believe, in the whole tournament.
And it's been in the last hour.
Yeah, it might be the same ref.
Yes, it may well be. Sunnybank now with the restart. Oh, that's held up in the wind again. It's crossed the 10 though. As Sunnybank, no, playing advantage of the referee. Nabua with it. Holding on the ball. Quick tap there. The number 5 for Nabua.
Offloading to Gareth. Oh, good ball and all tackle. The ball spills out. And Sunnybank now. They're looking the goods here. Where's the support? There's the support. There's the gap. 22-10. He'll score the try. Second
Lee.
try and Lee goes over. Has he got it down? I don't know if he's grounded the football. He
didn't
hasn't
ground it.
grounded the ball.
And now a counter-attack by Nabua. Palms one off. Bumps one off. Standing, he's left there isolated. Yes, not releasing the ball. His players didn't come around. Oh, tripped over there. That's going to be another yellow card maybe. Professional
Looking for
foul.
his pocket.
Going to the pocket for the second time.
They're down to
in this
5.
match. They're down to 5. Surely.
Surely there'll be none left.
Can't
Let's have a
come
look at
from
the
here.
replay right now on the Bar TV monitor. This is the blown try to Sunnybank. Let's just see if he's got the ball down. Well, no. He's come up with the fumble of the tournament in the biggest.
We've jinxed him. He's come up to the box. He's got 2 cocky. Oh, that's a big hit there on the 7, Peter Lee. as Sunnybank look to exploit this obvious numbers advantage here. Coming out.
Well, will the
Setting.
floodgates open though? They're down to 5, but they're certainly putting it to Sunnybank here. 22 metres away from the line with the ball this time. It's Menzies. Menzies beat 2. Menzies will go into the corner. He'll come around and improve his position for his goal kicker. Well, there's the second try, Gareth.
I think
10
you'll
0.
find now Naboo with 6 men on the field, but still the one-man advantage for Sunnybank. And Menzies, the son of Beaver, scoots around and scores a try.
There you go.
Son of,
all right. Here's the kick.
He
Butcher.
reminds me of Steve Menzies. Butcher.
Will he put this one between the posts? The
Let's-
breeze coming across the kick. 22 metres out, 15 in from touch. Robert Butcher. He wants the ball to come back around. He's learnt from his earlier one. He's got his second. And it's 12-0 here on the Bar TV scoreboard in the boot final.
I'll tell you what, that is a lamb chops for Butcher all day as he just played with the wind, toyed with it. It was like a bit of a yo-yo on a string, wasn't it?
Well, as we mentioned, he knew that if he was able to strike it out to the left, the breeze would be able to swing it back. And that's exactly what has happened as now Naboo down to 5 men as they approach the halfway line. Here's a penalty to them. This will help their cause. They take the tap and off they go again over the halfway line. They're straighting in the play. Look at him go. The siren's gone in the background for halftime, but they want to try.
Jasiva, the number 8, scoots away and they're a man down. And he's got them back in this match right on half-time. The score now 12-5 with a kick to come, Pete.
Kick to come. Well, yes, the class is on display from Sunnybank, but you can't underestimate the guys from Naboo. Down 2 troops and 1 troop, and they're down to 12-5 with a kick to come from about 21 metres out from the line. Let's see what can happen with the kick. He's taking his time. He knows the siren's gone. Right boot strikes it. Looks okay off the boot. Can he bring it back around? Unfortunately for him and Naboo, no change to the Bar TV scoreboard. So that's half-time on finals day. It's Sunny leading the way by 12 points to 5.
Yeah, Sunnybank over Naboo. Probably should have put more points on with, at one stage they were down to 5 men, 6 men down, rounding off the half, only 12-5. Naboo for mine are going to streak home with the win, Pete.
The money's going on Naboo. The
money.
salary, put it all on him.
Yes, the salary is going on Naboo, and then I'm going to double it up later.
Okay.
That's your hot tip from the Bar TV box.
That's the hot tip. Get on him. That is for sure. So it's 12 points to 5. After this game, we'll now go shortly to the next final on the card, which will be the women's.
It's the plate final.
It will be, yes. Stars are playing Sunnybank.
Edging closer and closer to the big one, the cup final, as the teams now embrace at halftime, getting ready for this second half of action in the boot final. I tell you what, it's been end-to-end stuff, and Naboo are getting themselves out of trouble at the end there in the first half, putting points on the board. The score here is now 12-5 in favour of Sunnybank. Naboo to kick off in the maroon, the proud history of the Naboo club, the bold maroon colours taking on the green and white of Sunnybank here. Kick to come, and they'll start the match off with just 6 players here, with a man down.
There's the siren to get us underway for the last 7 minutes here in the boot final. They advance it across the halfway line. They know they have speed. They know they have the ability to offload. They know they have the ability to take on the defensive line. And they're down inside the 22 of Sunnybank. The 4 with it, dancing across field, keeping it alive, looking for the winger. Great tackle, forces the ball free as well here, Gareth. And Sunnybank pounce on the ball and come away with it 10 short of the halfway line.
Yes, now Sunnybank looking to go down the blind side. No, they switch it back. Referee has called a forward pass, though. And that's going to be a Naboo scrum, letting them off the hook there. in attack. Now the Nabua side are looking very, very dangerous.
Just trying a conversion in it.
All 7 men now back on the field for Nabua.
So
As a Sunnybank player leaving the field.
we'll just pick up his number plate as he comes past here, and going on will be Josh Edmund in jersey number 12. Mitchell Third coming from the field for the Sunnybank Dragons. As we see now, Nabua. Which way will they work it? Centre of the field, long ball required. Long ball they've got over the halfway line. The support's on the left-hand side. They need a good tackle. The pass was not what they expected.
Yeah, went forward there looking for the inside runner. Just going forward, the execution not there for Nabua. Chasing down a lead, 12 points to 5 here in this boot grand final. It's been a pretty good one, as now the number 12 joins the action for the Sunnybank side. Josh Edmund, he has got absolute speed to burn to on this wing. Pretty good tactical change there by the Sunnybank side.
The Sunnybank, what have they got? Well down inside their 22. They attack the line. Nabua. They bring him down by the jersey. A little bit of indecision here. The indecision may prove effective as they spin it towards the Joe Bishop stand, but the referee has called it up. Well, our previous boot final, victorious Sydney Fiji over Tefano. And in this one, it's 12-5. Sunny leading the way with
favour of
around
Sunnybank.
3.5 minutes to go in the match. In the final of 2014. In the boot final. Cloud cover. Well, that has now covered the entire ground. Up around just 22, 23. It's dropped at least 10 degrees in the last hour or so. As Nabua looking to strike from the kick. This is their chance if they can get the ball. They do get it. It's out the back. It's still going to be a chance if they can make it before going over into the touchline. Unfortunately, the touchline got there before the try scorer could have.
Yeah, great tackle there by the replacement, Josh Edmund, just getting in the way. Unfortunately there, Nabua still chasing that lead. It is 12-5 to Sunnybank. Line out off their own line. Coming in here. Ball coming up. They win their own line outs. Good, strong run through the middle there. Getting them out of trouble. Just defending the lead. Quick tap will be taken. Yes, it is. Oh, and Peter Lee has had a massive look. And he's fumbled right in front of the post. This could be where the Nabua side come back and level this match, and it could go into extra time again.
Could that be the defining moment for Nabua? And of course, Sunnybank just taking his eyes off the ball. He was probably just in two minds there, what to do with his ball in his grasp, but it's just gone straight through him. So they're inviting the opposition, the Nabua side, back into this boot final. 2.5 minutes remaining. The scrum will go down 10 metres out from the line. Blistering pace from the scrum. Sunnybank come away with it though. Well, talk about getting the ball back. That's exactly what they had to do. But now they've even got a penalty on the 22.
Yeah, good clutch play there by Massey. Coming over there, bumps one off, bumps another. Good trucking run up the field there. Going the blind. Oh, just ankle tapped at the depth there. He saw open space there.
Strachan that was, the number
Strong.
9. Oh, here's a penalty coming up.
It's going to be a card.
Looking at his pocket. What
Again.
colour is he going to give out here?
There's been a couple of yellows. He's not paying any attention. He's trying to call him
There's
out.
another one.
Another yellow, the big wildebeest from Nabua, the number 3. And Rabelli, he's a big hulking man and looks like he needs a breather anyway. As the ball spread wide immediately by Sunnybank. Come back the other way though. Good cut out pass there to Strawn. Strawn a little jinking goose step. He's away.
In a touch.
Throws the ball back into himself. Unlucky. Touch judge maybe a little bit too quick to put up his flag there, Pete.
Well, we might be able to just have a moment here to actually see how it unfolded. Inching down that touchline, wasn't he? But I think he might have just got a toenail. It wouldn't have been much more on the chalk.
Tiptoeing.
So
the set play up the front.
Clever there from the Nabooan side.
Yeah, didn't have the numbers in the line out there.
Take the
Taking
quick one.
Didn't take it over where the referee is. Unfortunate. Could have caught them off guard there.
Here they go again.
Yes, we'll look to use the width of the field. They are a man down again for the third time in the match.
And 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah, 12-5. Some individual brilliance is going to have to get this Nabooa side over the line. They held up. They're going to have to use it. And it's stripped by the Sunnybank side who've won the ball here. Going the blind, no, go the open. Little kick over the top, chancing his arm with 4 seconds remaining. Nabooa is going to get one more throw at the dice here.
22.
In the final.
22.
We'll have a look at the
So it's a quick
replay
tap.
here.
It's a 22.
It's a drop kick. I thought for a minute they'd change the rules, but no, it is in fact a drop out there from the 22.
So the siren has gone.
They don't really know what's going on out here. He's called it.
He has
That's a
called
big
it.
mistake there. Could
Well,
have kept it in play, but went and did the tap. It didn't go over the 22, so they've lost the match there to the Nabooa side in a close game, 12 points to 5 against Sunnybank.
let's roll the replay. Let's see how this unfolded down the touchline. Let's look for...
Dancing, wasn't he?
There it is, that foot right there. Not much in it, but you don't need much in it. He's throwing the ball up in the air, though. Be interesting to see if he was able to throw the ball up in the air before he got that ball in
Oh, it's
flight.
line ball decision. I think
and
the
go.
referee may have been right. It'll be the first time I say that all day, Peter. All weekend, in fact. And what a great weekend it's been here for Bar TV.
It's been a mammoth coverage, and thanks to everybody across the globe who have clicked on. More than 8,000 hits, averaging up around 10,000 throughout the last 24 hours. And of course we've had a lot of fans tuning in across the United States of America, up through Canada, pretty much in every nation that you can think about who has graced the Morrie Breen Oval here on the Central Coast. Their friends and family certainly looking at their loved ones here in all their glory. Well, there we have the boot finals for 2014. The women's went the way of Sydney, Fiji, and Sunnybank have been able to take out the men's boot final. Well, we stand by now for the ball final, which is coming up. We'll have the women's on display very shortly. Of course, the Stars are in town to take on Sunnybank. And speaking of the Stars, we're going to have a very special guest commentator from the Stars joining us as this match unfolds. And wow, if the first two finals have anything to go by, we're going to be in for a cracker of a run home, aren't we?
Yeah, I'd say our girls are definitely motivated for this match. We came all the way across the ocean here from the United States and really wanting to take home some hardware. The ball would be some consolation towards a tough pool that we had in our draw with the two teams that we came up against, both making the semifinals.
Indeed. So what's been the talk this afternoon? And of course, you're coming up against Sunnybank. The game plan. What is it? Let everybody know back home. How do we win? How do you guys win?
You know, we're going to stick with our basics here, which is playing our pattern, trying to move the ball wide and trying to create offense with our defense. We've had some great success this weekend, and especially in the game we played earlier today, by creating turnover balls, whether it's through hard tackles, whether it's in the rucks and kind of dominating the contact point. I will say against the Sunnybank team, I think we're going to try to keep the ball a little bit out of contact compared to some of our other matches.
Okay, Sunnybank. We're just going to go back to where our referee wants the tap to be taken, and that's smack bang in the middle of the field. So Sunnybank losing the ball here in the centre of the field. So inviting the Stars to see what they can put together here in the final.
And the plate final, not the big one, but happy to be here.
Absolutely. Anytime you can take home a trophy it's a pretty good day. We're going to have our scrum half Devon here on the put-in. She's actually staying on here in Australia after the tournament ends, and will be playing some rugby, maybe linking up a bit with the CC7s team. So while we might be taking away some of their Dutch players, we might give them one of our Americans here. That's Joanne Nana with the ball right now. She's been a bright spot on our team. She's only 21 years old, plays for the Sacramento Lions back home, and pretty strong in contact and a pretty fierce tackler. I think some of the men on our team can tell you that as well.
So everybody's out to win the ball final here. We'll have the plate final coming up, and then, of course, the big one, the cup final of 2014. So stay with us. We have an extravaganza leading us all the way through to the cup final for women, which will get us underway at 6:15. That is for sure. As Sunnybank Gareth look to go out to the edge of the field, this is where they've had success in the tournament. They go down that eastern side. Great covering tackle, wasn't it, there from the Stars?
Yeah, definitely a lot of pace shown in the scrambling covering defence by the Stars, but Sunnybank still with the ball and coming up through the middle half break there, but knocking the ball, losing the ball forward. A little bit of early game nerves in this ball final. What did you say to the team before they went out there?
You know, we had such a big break between our matches. We're sitting here on a 5-hour break because it's playing in the semifinal earlier today, so it's a lot of downtime. Got to watch a lot of good rugby, but I think it was really about getting our pace up again as we were going through our warm-ups and just establishing again. We can't emphasize enough the patterns that we have. You know, it's basic things. We're going to pass, we're going to catch, we're just going to do it at a faster rate being out in the tournament like this.
Did you get to the beach in that 5 hours?
Sadly, no. We just kind of hung around here. It was plenty of sun.
Yes, and you are looking extremely tanned up from when we met you yesterday.
Well, that's another reason we came down here. You know, a little sun, a little rugby fun, and
Sunnybank here
you never
looking
have too much fun
to go to the edge. They may not need to go to the edge just yet because they may even go straight through the middle and score. They have. Running away there is Tony Tapui. She gets the first try for Sunnybank in jersey number 1.
Yes, good try, just splitting them up the middle there. Stars won't be happy with that defence, not really sliding, not really adjusting to the attack there of Sunnybank. How are they going to regroup from here?
You know, I'm confident in our girls' abilities. A lot of them have played on the upper levels before, and I think we'll just regroup. We'll focus on receiving this kickoff and getting the ball in our hands. We haven't had much possession in this game so far, so if we can get the ball and take it running, there's where our chances come out.
Yes, definitely. As the Sunnybank side come back slowly for the restart. Time not being called off, obviously. A bit of gamesmanship, one might say, as they come back now with the kickoff through the try scorer. In Tupahui.
Tupahui. The kick this time, Gareth.
Good kick.
Goes the 13 metres. The Stars here looking like they're going to come back. Just losing it, though.
And can you talk us through the numbers of the Stars? Obviously, not the traditional numbers.
No, I thought that's something that might come up. What we do with our program is once you start playing for us, you're assigned your number, and you're assigned your number for life until you will it down to somebody else. Something we kind of took from inspiration from one of the teams in Canada, the Howlers. But since we do go on so many different tours and we have different players come on each tour, this way we don't have to keep reordering kit and confusing ourselves, and you know, something just a little bit unique to the program. So as we grow and grow, our next tour we might have players that are 2, 6, 50.
As they go down the touchline, nice tackle there from the Stars. As they now spin it through, Sunnybank going away to clean up the dregs.
Oh,
that
she's hurt a knee there.
may have buckled.
Tackled without the ball.
Tough as teak.
Yes, I thought she might have hurt that heavily strapped knee there.
Number 9.
She takes the tap. Coming out now, spreading it wide through the middle. Trucking it up there, the Sunnybank side. Going forward. Going to have to use it here. Ball coming out the back. Yes. Referee blows the whistle. Not using it quick enough there. As you said before, earlier in the broadcast, the referees are blowing up the whistle a little bit too quick, I feel.
It'd be nice to see a little bit more play go on, but a tournament like this and with experienced players, we should be adjusting to their calls and how they're calling it. But again, I'd like to just really see us get a chance to run with the ball. We haven't even advanced past the halfway line yet.
Yeah,
Once we
12
can get
grand
that
up
ball
for grabs as well, so you'd want to adjust.
Well, I think here with our ball final, the prize is $500, a little bit less, but still
Same
something
thing.
to shoot
You
for.
can turn it into 12 grand over Wyong leagues.
Yeah, the exchange rate, you never know.
Yes, the
Have a
economy.
nice lunch or dinner down in Sydney tonight at the Opera House. As you can hear the referee coming through in the background here on Bar TV. We have the referees mic'd up throughout the finals. As we see now, ball's on the ground, and she's going to call it back up here 10 metres inside the Stars' end of the field.
Yes, and the ball final, obviously another prestigious final in this Central Coast Sevens tournament. Do they win an actual Gilbert, do you think? Or is it an actual trophy with a ball on top of it?
Have you had a sneak peek of what you could win?
How are you going to
No,
get it
I
through
haven't
customs?
even looked at that yet.
Wow.
How will you get it through customs?
Another
right.
fine question. Maybe we'll leave it with Devin here.
If there's, I'll tell you what, if there's wood on the base of that trophy, that's not going anywhere. If you've seen border control as it comes through over the 40. Ball spun out wide. Trouble here looming.
Tony flicking it out the back. They straighten up. Down to the 22. Siren goes in the background. Not done yet. She's called it up again.
Yes, and last throw of the dice here in this first half. The score 5-0. No, she's called it off.
Yep.
I thought she would have played one more play then. I think she probably should have. 5-0 here after the bell. And everything to do here for the Stars in this second half.
But they're only a try away to getting us back level.
It's anyone's.
It's anyone's game.
So true. I think, with the chance for us to kick off and get the ball into their end of the field could create some opportunities. We do play that pretty relentless defense, and I think with some pressure we might try to create something for ourselves. We do have a pretty deep bench, so I'd expect to see a couple substitutions. I wouldn't be surprised if Emily came on. That's number 32 down there, actually on loan to us from Rugby Canada for the weekend. Might see number 45 come on in the scrum half role. She's been a little bit of a surprise there. Can also prop. 28 Elvie there was actually a member of our Canada tour. I anticipate she might come in with a couple minutes left in the half. And perhaps we'll see Gina, number 44. But coaches know what they're doing, and they'll be strategic with what subs do come on, try to provide a little bit of an extra spark, and maybe hold something for the final 2 to 3 minutes, if the game does stay close. But I'd really like to see us open up the second half with a try. If we can turn over that ball off the kickoff and put some points on the board, I think once you get one try, sometimes 4 or 5 more come.
Well, it's in the wee small hours in New York at the moment and across America. 2 a.m. in New York, 11 o'clock at night in Los Angeles. So a big shout out to everybody listening to our coverage back in the United States of America. Your side only down by a try. Long way to go here in the ball final, that is for sure. It's anyone's ball final. Will you be taking the ball back to the United States of America?
7 minutes remaining, just under with that restart. Oh, good little chance there, half chance anyway, as they come towards the halfway line. Let's hope the Stars get over this halfway line for the first time in the match. Oh, good bruising defence there by Sunnybank, but managed to pop the ball with a flick pass out the back. Taking it in now. Good long ball using the width of the field. Jink. Oh, good pass on the inside there. No support though. And they've stolen the ball, the Sunnybank side. No support, not getting there in numbers.
It looked like the referee might have put up an advantage arm here. Potential for a knock leading to the scrum.
Yes, it'll be a Sunnybank feed though. Unlucky. When you want them to play advantage, they don't. And when vice versa, it's vice versa.
No, that's true. She did have advantage signaled a little bit earlier when we just made those 4 passes across the field and lost territory. It would have been nice to have that one called back to the original infraction and taken that penalty. But, we'll keep playing this game.
5-0 here in the ball final. Sunnybank. Are they in control? Are they about to extend their margin? They're down the touchline. Big palm.
Oh,
great
good
cover tackle.
Crunching tackle over the sideline there. That was a monster hit there.
Oh, everything went
Number
fine.
26.
Yep, that's our Nana. Shout out to her family. I know her sister Sanas has to be watching.
Yeah, shout out to her if you are watching and if you are on Twitter. Hashtag Bar TV Sports. Hashtag CC7s.
This is the replay coming up here. Just take a look at this covering tackle. Bang. You're going over into touch.
You can't be disappointed with that at all. That's the play we expect out of her.
Sometimes that's bigger, better than winning, isn't it? A big hit over the sideline.
See if we can't get that onto Sports Center.
Yeah, send it to
Enough hashtags, enough tweets, maybe they'll put that on their plays of the week.
send it to ESPN. Anyone listening out there?
Here they go, the Stars, over the halfway line. Another great tackle. Ball spills out. Well, the Stars, dangerous on that edge.
Yeah, very dangerous, and they've got speed to burn out on those edges, but Sunnybank just hanging in there. Looks like a bit of an injury. Time off called.
One of the Stars.
Doesn't look good.
Seeing Stars. She's in Disneyland.
The
Well, that's
Miami
our
one?
Josie that's down, unfortunately. We'll see if she can't get back up. She's a player that was battling a bit of injury this week. Definitely taped up with some kinesio tape, courtesy of our physios here.
Yes, the kinesio tape, very popular. One of the sponsors here, the physio's over the far side of the field. I tell you what, this will be a bit of a loss, I think, if she does come off. She looks very promising on those edges.
Oh no, I thought she was there.
Yeah, Josie's a player that's spent some significant time developing her sevens game. She originally played for the club Nova out in Northern Virginia and has since moved to San Diego, won a national championship playing for the San Diego Surfers this summer, did play for a bit with us up in Canada, and then spent time training at the Olympic Training Center. She participated in the USA scrimmages against Brazil, had a try scored there.
But she's all good, yeah.
So hopefully she pops up back from this quickly.
Good to
Yeah,
go?
just doing a bit of a concussion test there, I think, on the sideline, seeing if her neck was all right. Of course, player safety is always paramount
Left, yeah, left.
in these tournaments. As the line-out comes in now on about 45 metres out from the Sunnybank line.
Set.
Set there in attack. Spreading it. Looking to jink. Dummy show and go on the outside here. She's got a bit of pace here. She's going to streak away for the try.
Gilbert.
Amy Gilbert showing all the pace and all the vision there, getting around her Stars counterparts. Dummies, shows and goes, and blitzes them on the outside, Peter.
And they've cracked 10. As we see now, a few changes being made. In number 45, one of you girls, she looks raring to go. She's come here to play.
Yes, that's Jessica Turner. She plays for the Berkeley All Blues, which is the most highly decorated women's side in the United States, having won numerous 15s national championships in the Women's Premier League, as well as a 7s national title last year. This year they placed 3rd in the country, and it produced several of our USA Eagles players, as well as some of the coaches.
Bit of a colourful character, the bright yellow fluoro boots, and then of course the stars on her
The stars and stripes.
The stars and stripes on her headpiece.
She is
Colour
dedicated to her
coordinated.
flair.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Oh.
Great regather. Oh, she's just put it down.
Oh, and we have the
Unlucky, and
not called.
all of us in the Bar TV box jumped up in anticipation there, but unfortunately not being able to handle that. Ball on the chest.
It looks like JT's gone into the hooker position for the first time in the tournament. Keeping our Devon at scrum half, going to Emily at fly half, then Nana at center, and Gina Stefano on the wing. Let's see, this could be an opportunity for us here, though. Get a little bit of our smothering defense and create a turnover, get some quick points, and get it within 3.
Oh, they've passed it out wide. Isolated, though. Oh, jinking run up the middle. Poor defence. Didn't read it.
Stanford.
Another step. Stanford coming through. Jinx links up, but well defended there and scrambled by Team USA, the Stars.
There's our penalty to us.
Holding.
Yes.
Calm down, go.
Getting excited in the box.
When you're ready.
With 1 minute left to play, we have to make something happen.
Crossing the halfway line. Oh, big tackle. Covered her up.
And she goes again for seconds.
She wasn't happy with the third. Now here's another big one. Well, they're hitting with venom, aren't they? as they spin it around the stars with exactly 1 minute 50 on the clock to go as they approach their 10-metre mark.
Oh, should have given that.
There was
Open on the
space.
outside, but she's driven back there. In what is
They're
great
up quickly
defence.
again. Couldn't quite use the ball. Couldn't quite get it to the area which they intended it to, and that was
Holding.
out on the edge as a penalty.
Yeah, that
Right
could
in
spell
front.
game over here. Sunnybank with the ball in a good attacking position. 22 metres out. Jinx inside. Skips away, but
Great
good
tackle.
tackle from behind there by the Stars.
1 minute 5 on the clock, Gareth, as lineman goes across field. Stepping down inside the 22-metre line. It's
Slow
still on to the
release.
right. Here they come. Is this the chance to put the nail in the coffin if it wasn't already knocked down? They're in under the post. And McGregor, she scores for the Sunnybank women.
Yes. Jinx inside. She stepped through 2 attempted tackles there, and it was easy as you like at the end of the day. And the Sunnybank side now stretch their lead to 17 points to 0. Or is it 15 points to 0? Yeah, she did kick it. The Star 104.5 scoreboard.
I
notes.
don't know if she's had the kick yet, to be honest. The touchy's still behind the goalpost, so
She's kicked it,
she
that's
has
what they
kicked
do.
it. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that might just be the Ingle
they're
judge
just-
there.
yeah,
If she
looking
hasn't kicked, she's way over her 40 seconds.
yeah, I was going to say, close to a minute there. 17-0 on the scoreboard here.
Yes, it's 17-0 here. A little bit of confusion around the grounds as the Stars looming on the wing, but good scrambling, good sliding defence, and good tackle there by the Sunnybank side, who've been in the face all day. Good long pass out wide, but not finding the mark. The
Siren.
vision was there, but not the execution. Coming inside.
We'll see if we can't just keep this alive and get one try on the board to finish out the game, finish out our tournament here in Australia.
Yes, it has been an absolute pleasure having you here, coming in and out of the commentary box.
Forward pass.
Your expert analysis has been very well appreciated
That
as to
is-
our mediocre attempts at commentary.
Well, thank you. I appreciated our time here. That game just didn't quite go how we expected it to. We didn't really click. We didn't get it running. So I'm going to blame that on the long break that we had between our games here, because the morning we were firing on all cylinders. And,
definitely.
Just a bit of 2 long days.
It's a long tournament, long days and 5 hours. Unlucky, but Sunnybank, 17-0. Credit where credit's due. Good on them.
They played well. They got the ball moving. They had their runners running. They had some great defense and made some big hits. So now we know what to expect when we come back next year, because we've already put in our expression of interest.
Yes, definitely. So what's next for you guys before you leave?
We're going to be heading back to our hotel tonight for a little bit
Party.
of team celebration,
You.
and then coming back for the social here at the club. We've got a bit of
You.
fancy dress to put on.
Really? What are you coming as?
Our theme is 80s rock stars.
Awesome.
Get it? See what I did there? I have a wonderful 80s outfit dressing up like the cartoon Gem.
Stop it.
We've got a few hairband wigs
crazy.
and everything too. Oh yeah, we're really committed when it comes
Sounds
to the makeup
awesome.
and things. We had a serious week of training, and now's a little bit of time to let loose before we catch our flights
Tell you
tomorrow.
what, we'll talk to our producer and see if we can come along, because
We'll have to get our Flintstone.
I'll tell you what, I'm a massive Poison fan, and I don't pretty much have to dress up, because look at me here. I can pretty much morph into Brett Michaels.
Absolutely, we can get you one of our American flag bandanas.
Just get me one of those singlets and we'll call it square.
There you go. I'll be back
Thanks
with one of
very
those in a few
much.
minutes. Thank
No
you.
worries. Thanks so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
Indeed, we do. Well, we now move from the ball final to the plate. Borneo versus the Tribe in the ball final coming up here for men, as we about to get underway here for the men's ball final. We're on schedule. Every tournament director loves that. And don't forget, don't go anywhere. We've got the big cup finals coming up.
Yeah, special
about
shout out.
6:15.
Speaking of tournament directors, Craig has done a massive job here for the Central Coast Sevens, and of course download the app, Central Coast 7's app, if you like as well, to keep in touch with all the goings on all year.
Right, you guys.
He has a week off and then he's back into it the week after organising the event for next year. As we come for the kickoff here in the men's ball final, and taken well there by the Borneo side, who for mine are going to take this one by the scruff of the neck. And it's going to be big points here. Already looking to pass it wide, but little knock on there. Good pressure by the Tribe 7 side.
On George Tilsey there. Ball just spilling out of his possession on the 22. So Sunnybank, what a finals campaign it's been for them so far. They've been able to win the men's boot final. And of course, they've been able to pick up the women's ball final. So, no doubt, everybody back there. It's been an
everybody
impressive
back to the
tournament back
80s
there.
party.
Well, that's probably the go-to place after here, that is for sure. As now, attacking is the Tribe.
Well,
5
they look
away.
pretty dangerous, actually, the Tribe, don't they? No slouches to 7s as the Borneo side get the ball back. The Eagles, the Invitational side, boasting a host of internationals in their squad. Losing the ball, though, the Tribe come up with it. I think this is going to be a very tight game, Peter.
Will be, as Stu now joins us in the commentary box for the finals. Stu, where's your money on this one?
Mate, I'm looking at, I'm probably saying on form, probably the Borneo side. They've played some really good rugby throughout this carnival, but Tribe have also been playing very well.
Yes, definitely, but the Borneo star-studded, as we mentioned, the Eagles, the wild men of Borneo.
They're here.
They are here. Replacement early on in this first half. Don't like to see that. A little injury. Bit of a back complaint there. High fives, though, as he comes off the field.
So scrum. Just off centre field. They're attacking the northern end of the Jory.
Good, solid scrum there by the Eagles, as referee calls a little knock on there at the scrum. Unfortunate. The Tribe will have the chance to attack here. About 25 metres out.
Referee Rogan Josh there with the eyes of an eagle, so players will have to be very careful out there while he's controlling the match.
Yes, of course. Rogan Josh, famous racehorse, and one of my go-to dishes at my local Indian. As the ball comes out, now the Tribe looking to get over that 22-metre line. The red zone, as we call it in 7s rugby.
Penalty coming up, though, to the Tribe. Taking the tap. Referee's called him back.
Oh, unlucky there. He walked over to the mark, but apparently the mark was 5 metres back from where he was standing. Looking to get set now, the Tribe. Maybe a little set piece here. Perfect place on the field for an inside-outside move, Peter.
3.5 minutes remaining in the first half here. The defence of Borneo about to be tested here. Little kick through. Where's the chase? Borneo go away.
Yeah, read well there by the Borneo players. The sweeper just coming around and covering that with all the time in the world. As they come back now for the drop kick restart. Oh, it's a good effort.
Got a lot of height.
Tapped back though. Oh, going to be offside. No.
Well, the crowd saying, "What are you doing, Mr. Referee?" Referee says otherwise. Comes back to their big number 8, and he barges his way up the middle of the field in Leeson. Penalty this time to the Tribe.
Yeah, the Tribe playing a pretty good rugby here. Dominating this first half. We've got about 3 minutes remaining on the clock. But again, knock-on, sloppy play. The occasion, Peter, getting too much for these sides.
Yeah, well, Ryan Leeson there, again, in two minds. You know, he had a lot of players around him. And I guess, you know, this razzle-dazzle style of football, it is sort of, well, you know, you've got the chance to offload and become a star, aren't you? But just didn't quite work for him there. He was just able to lose the ball, and a scrum is now being packed down, 25 metres out, 15 in from touch, as we see now Borneo Eagles spreading it wide from the scrum. Out to the eastern side of the field. Dangerous. Crossing the 10. Where's the support? They come to the halfway line. Big numbers to the commentary side. Look at them go. They're impressive in full flight, aren't they? Back to the 6. Immature. Oh, he's down inside the 10. He'll throw it out the back. Where's it going to come now? Crowd screaming for a penalty. Referee doesn't want anything in it. They've turned it over back to the opposition. They bang it down at the end of the field. Not a bad kick. It will head towards the touchline. As you said there, great kick.
Great
finds the line.
Great scrambling
5 metres
defence.
out from the Borneo goal line.
I tell you what, Peter Jolly, that is a match winner right there. The scrambling defence, the Eagles spreading their wings, throwing the ball, looking like they were going to score a try for all money. But then the Tribe side coming up with the ball, hoofing it down the field, and now will we see the Borneo side look to attack here from their own line again.
So the line out. 10 away. It's a tight one. Still 0-all on the Bar TV scoreboard. Of course, this is the ball final for men. Now, into open pastures. They're about to cross the 10. They do that easily. The foot race is on. They're coming after him. I think they're going to bring him down. They do. 24 metres out from the line. Gee, it's still on now.
They've still
They
got numbers
barge
to the
their way
left.
to the left. Ball's on the ground. Kicked ahead. It's hit the head. It could be play on. He says, no, I don't think so. Come back here, boys.
Come back here,
We
Sonny
have seen
Jim.
everything.
I tell you what, number 7 here for the Tribes. He is blistering. George Morceau. Look out for that name because he is an absolute speedster. He's run them down twice and he saved the game here again for the Tribe.
Exactly, and in the number 11 who was into open flight, that was Rocky Khan in 11. Well, he's no slouch, but
Yeah,
gee.
well, Rocky Khan played for the Kiwis.
Yeah.
He's a former international, so definitely may have lost a little bit of pace. But I tell you what, this Tribe side, they're impressing me at the moment.
Only
They
5.
want to win this more, Peter.
I think they do there, Gareth. There's only 5 seconds remaining on the clock in this first 7 minutes of the ball final. So what have they got? They're just going to say, come and get me. A little bit of a skip, a little bit of a scoot. Now they cross the 10. They cross the halfway. Great flick pass. Even better tackle, and they're in the touch.
Taken out, and well, I tell you what, if he had given a half a metre more, he was away for all money there more. So he's proven time and time again how quick he is this tournament, and he's their danger man, the Tribe.
Well, that's the first time in the tournament at half-time we've had a 0-all score.
In the whole tournament.
In the whole tournament.
How'd you see that
24
one,
hours,
Stu?
Mate, exciting. This is what Sevens Rugby is all about. End-to-end kind of action. No points, as you said before, but I guess it's whoever wants it more will make that penetration through the defensive line.
Yes, definitely. And of course, we are closing in to the cup final. Pearls v Maple Leaves, Wellington versus DeVita. Coming up live and exclusive on Bar TV as the teams huddled there, getting some instruction from the coaches. If I was the Tribe coach, I'd be saying not too much, just say, keep doing what you're doing and the points will come.
Exactly. And just a big shout out to all our loyal fans who have embraced our coverage, and a big thanks to the tournament director here. You know, we're here to broadcast what he has sort of created off his own back, and he's had a plethora of guests who have been invited to the ground over the last 24 hours, and of course what a coup for the tournament. If you just tuned to the coverage, you may not have been with us earlier yesterday, but he was able to bring in the Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable Tony Abbott. He got the opening ceremony underway. He was here for the national anthems. A lot of security, as you'd expect, in here yesterday for the Prime Minister. And of course, he's a big fan of rugby. And of course, the interview is on YouTube. He spent some time with us at Bar TV yesterday morning. So thanks to everybody down in Canberra for getting that interview for the Bar TV network. So 7 minutes down, 7 minutes to go. We're locked up at 0-all as they come back to the 10. As they're spinning it around here. The Tribe looking good in the opening stages. Looking impressive with the ball and the delivery. Did that float forward? Referee says no. They come back on the inside. That's a try. But I've got a question on the lead up with the pass.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Pete, but that's a try for mine. And the Tribe taking control of this match. Maybe suspected forward, but I'll tell you what, they've run with that chance. And joining us now is Kat again.
Welcome back, Kat.
Welcome back,
Hi
Kat.
guys, how are you holding up?
We are holding up unbelievable. We've got a second wind with the big southerly coming through. It's picked us up as well.
And we've had a Kit Kat, so it's all good. We'll get us through to the last hour and a half here. Well,
What an unusual scoreline there, having 0-all for half-time. That's
what we were just mentioning. Unique territory. I don't think we've had a 0-all scoreline the entire tournament at half-time. Here's the kick. That is waved away. So 5-0. The Tribe over the Borneo Eagles here. And you're listening to Bar TV's exclusive coverage here of the ball final for men.
sponsored by Boost Juice.
Boost Juice is our sponsor. And then, of course, we couldn't do it without their support, could we? That is for sure. And of course, Fitness First and Destinations New South Wales, they've all been on board as the Borneo Eagles now looking up at the attacking. They're just bumping them off, aren't they, at every chance they have here as they cross the 10 metres, as they straighten it up. The 4 is with it. This is Joe Type. Barnstorming run down to the 10. Ball's out the back for Borneo. Going themselves. Support on the right. They're approaching the 22-metre line. They're in the opposition's end of the field in the Tribe. And look at the bus mate here. Straight through. Going over.
George Tilsley, New Zealand international.
Well, that was Big George scoring the try, the New Zealand international. And it's now 5-all with a kick to come with a chance to go to the front, Gareth, was it?
Yes, and unbelievable open rugby, free-flowing, and this is why these guys were one of the tournament faves. They're star-studded lineup, aren't they? The Eagles, the wild men of Borneo, the invitational side, obviously. And they've hit back here, 5-all. Difficult kick with this wind swirling around. But I'm backing him in all the way.
Well, we said goal kicking could come into this tournament. Let's see if he can put this over. Strikes it just wide again.
Well, that's,
so close,
you see
yet
how
so
much
far.
kicking is important in these close games. So it's anybody's game now.
Yes, 5-all.
And of course, if it's locked up at the end of the next 7 minutes, we'll go to extra time. And first try scorer wins.
Yeah, and we had 2 of those today.
Already?
Yeah.
3.
We
I think, have we? Almost 3. I don't know. I've seen that much rugby. Everything's extra time for me at the moment. Double time. But it's been absolutely unbelievable and wonderful to be here on the Central Coast. I wouldn't have it any other way as they come now for the restart. Kick not going the full 10 metres. Oh, good short ball.
Out the back it comes to Gareth. They're keeping alive. The eastern side is where they exploit. They're coming back on the inside to go to the eastern side to create the gap, to create the hole. And they're over.
Yes, that's great support play. And what led to that was good, straight, hard running there by the Tribe side. Up the middle, then exploiting the edges. The little wraparound play coming inside, scoring a try. And that would be a try every day of the week, anywhere in the world.
Yes, this Tribe side is also an invitational side from Queensland. So they're not a club team, but they're invitational as well. So we have the girls and the boys, and they play together around the world.
Yeah, very impressive, isn't it? You know, they get together. I think we were speaking to one of them before. They only train a couple of times a week, not obviously full professionals, but still getting to travel around the world, living the life.
Let's have a look at this on the replay. Check this out. Look at that great ball. Big step on the right. Went left. Support in pursue. Over he goes. And it's 12-5 in favour of the Tribe over Borneo.
Yes, a bit of a surprise for me, the Tribe being in front, but as you said, they are a team that travels around the world. The internationals, though, in the Borneo side,
Let's
maybe
see what
expect to
they can
lift
do. Yeah.
some individual brilliance here.
Well, they've got 1.5 minutes to do it.
Of course, the Borneo Eagles side, coached by Edwin Cocker, he is also a former New Zealand international, so lots of Kiwi influence there. And also Rocky Khan played for the New Zealand Sevens.
Yeah, Rocky Khan had an absolute blinder of the first half, but a run down twice by the Tribe number 7 there, who's blistering. It could be trouble here. He's at the back of the ruck, but coming through.
See the penalty, the Tribe here, Gareth.
Make an effort.
15 metres out from the Borneo line.
Yeah, not quite coming through straight on that clean out.
56 seconds remaining.
Good opportunity for a set piece move here. As they come in, they look pretty flat though. Doesn't look like much is happening. Little inside ball, goes back the blind. The old stock standard play. Oh, he doesn't hold on to it.
Ryan
That was a try.
Leeson has bombed it in the corner.
Would have sealed the matchup for the Tribe. But instead, Borneo now have one more shot at this title here.
But will they make it to the other end?
Well, they've got to go 100 metres. That's
30
the big
seconds.
question in 30 seconds. Are you a betting man? Are you a betting lady? What's the odds of this?
I tell you what, 100 metres is so close yet so far in Sevens rugby, isn't it?
Definitely, but one break, one intercept, and you're in. So
Well, they've got to do something miraculous. They've got to now go 70 odd metres. 6 seconds to go. Tribe hanging on by 12 points to 5. Here's the penalty to Borneo. They take it to the right-hand side. Siren in the background. Here they go. Outside the 22. But it's all shut down
going
here.
for it. They don't want the
Through
easy
there,
kick.
Tribe. That's going to be a penalty there. Might have to watch out. Yes, he's reaching through his pocket. Card there for the Tribe player, but the Eagles now attacking, making it up to 50. Halfway there, they started on their own goal line. The ball spun out wide. They've got numbers on the outside if he can look past, but no, not quite with the pace there.
Penalty
That's a
coming
penalty
up to
for
the
holding
Tribe.
on. And the Tribe, you can all but say this game is over, and that's a great effort here by the Tribe
Great
in the
work.
ball final.
And that's all she wrote.
That is a massive upset here.
Thank you, boys. I'll be back.
Well, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks so much, Kat. We
Yeah.
really appreciate all your time.
Kat's is going down for a few social media snaps. She's a jack of all trades. Our Kat, she's been
She's been wonderful.
one of the biggest supporters of Bar TV in helping us out with team sheets and information throughout the day. Where will the competition be without her and also the tournament director in Craig Morgan? Well, that completes the ball final. And, well, the Tribe, 12-5. They've been able to knock off Borneo in, as we mentioned, the men's ball final. So just going through the results since 4 o'clock in the finals. We got on the way through the boot final. Sydney, Fiji, too good for Tefano. Getting up in the women's there. Sunnybank in the men's, too good for Nabua. We moved then to the ball final. Women's was Sunnybank too strong for the Stars. And as we've just witnessed right there between looking out onto the field and everybody at home glued to your computer screens or your plasmas or your LCD monitors, wherever you might be, the Tribe too good for Borneo by 12 points to 5. Well, we move now to the plate final. Of course, this is sponsored by the Wyong City Council. We'll have the women's match first in order of proceedings. The Rams taking on the Tribe.
Yes, and of course, we've covered a few of these Rams games. And the Tribe looking to make it a double for the Tribe Invitational side. The men just taking out the ball final. This, of course, the plate final. That's a good kickoff there as Butler tries to bat it back. Chloe Butler, the Wallaroo. Aggressive in the breakdown. Coming back now. Cisco, the number 10, feeding the team well. The little playmaker, battered down there. Maybe a little knock on, I thought, there by the Tribe. But no, the referee says play on. They're going to have to use it here, the Rams, as the ball held up here.
12 in the side.
Wow.
Penalty of the match, first of all, too. Yeah.
Penalty to the Rams as
Don't muck
young
around.
Cisco comes through. The Cisco kid to Butler. Good combination by those girls. Now the play here with the Tribe, stealing possession after a little loose pass. Coming through now. Good support at the breakdown. Holes there, overlap. Jinking passing, has to get the ball away, I think.
Tavo.
No, she doesn't. She's through there. She's got support on the inside, but she's tackled from the blind side. She thought she had it all the way there. But that's going to be a penalty. Offside there. Not getting back behind the feet of the ruck.
Tribe 7 inching their way down to the goal line. We've had 1.5 minutes here in the plate final. The Rams defence strong, equal to the task. Which way now? To the right. The Tribe attack. Numbers this way. Beautiful ball here,
Great
Gareth.
ball there. That is champagne rugby, Pete Jolly.
Comes out the back. They're keeping it alive. The Rams are in there. Still on. Unfortunately,
Referee
put
just
the
getting
ball
in the
into
way.
the grass.
Referee just getting in the way and the execution failing there for the Tribe side. But they look very dangerous, don't they? This Rams side are up against it here at Maury Breen Oval for the Central Coast Sevens. Of course, we are looming up to the Cup final. We're up to the plate final, brought to you by Wyong Council. It's the Rams versus the Tribe in the women's segment of the tournament.
Big shout out to Destination New South Wales and Fitness First. Their logos splattered across your monitor. Embed them in your line of thinking anytime you want to get on down and get those sponsors to look after you. That is for sure. Just like those sponsors have done here, looking after Craig and everybody. Here's a penalty coming up for the Tribe.
I tell you what, Fitness First, I might have to get there after 2 days on my feet. As the Tribe, little short ball. Wow. I'm feeling it, Pete Jolly.
Advantage.
I'm feeling a good try coming up for the Tribe here, but Cisco there wrestled around. There's a little bit of an injury there.
And of course, another one of our big sponsors for the tournament is Kinesio. Couldn't have done it without them, but this is not good here.
No.
Everybody's rushing from the touch lines. It could well be a shoulder.
Yeah, she hasn't moved, has she? She's laying on the ground. It doesn't look good. Her knees are up, though. That's a good sign. But they're asking her a few questions while she's on the ground, not moving her. Good chance for the girls, though, to get a bit of water, get a bit of fluid in the system.
And as far as injuries go, it's been a tournament where we haven't seen too many significant injuries, significant moments of injury. But right now, there's a lot of concern out here. As we glance up to the scoreboard, the clock has stopped smack bang on 4 minutes and 2 seconds here.
Yeah, it must be quite serious because they don't often stop the clock in the Sevens tournament. But she's up on her haunches now. Maybe just winded. No, they're going to pick her up and carry her from the field. That's a big effort. No, she seems like she's all right. Clutching at her shoulder.
Time's back on.
She probably won't play on, take no further part in the final. As quick tap there, catching the Tribe off guard maybe. Cisco with the ball, good flat pass, but doesn't find its mark. But they make a break up through the middle of the field, the Rams side. Twisting and turning there in the tackle, but Tribe have come up with it.
Advantage.
And there's advantage played there for the Tribe. As they look to spread it wide up the middle, though, is where the gap is. Coming forward.
Rams player injured in the background as well as the Tribe.
Yes, a little bit of concern there for her as well. Play on, though, the referee, the Tribe player down two, but this is going to be a try. That's the first try of the game. 2 players down in back play. Over there in the far corner,
Well,
the number 10, Fredericks, Georgina Fredericks, one of these Dutch imports.
It's brilliant that they've been able to score the try, but two players from both sides have been, well, they're down on their haunches on either side of the 22 here. Borneo lady is down on the right side of the 22, and of course on the left-hand side as well. I think you'll find a ram has been knocked down as well.
Yes, the stretcher coming out as well, so definitely not a good sign. Clock stopped here at 2 minutes 47.
Well,
unsuccessful with the conversion attempt.
We've seen an enormous amount of games, but this is the first time we have seen the stretcher coming out here as we go to the Bar TV replay of the incident which has led to this.
It was a good break
unfortunate
initially.
incident. Well, they
great
were setting
break.
their way up.
Oh.
The head's just smacked right into the hard turf.
Yes, and the headgear's not going to help you there, is it? And she doesn't look well. They sent the stretcher back, though, so that is a good sign, but not wanting to move her. Head hitting the ground very, very hard as we look again at the replay. And here comes the try as we rewind through the play.
As the attention is still with the tribe lady, as we now catch the replay of what actually happened.
Yes, the silence around the ground matches the silence in the
Knee.
commentary box. A little bit of a knee, maybe.
Bit of a
Back to the action now is the call from the producer, but she's up now on her haunches. Looks like she'll come from the field, though, with assistance.
well, this is
She's going to have a headache nonetheless. She's walking fine, though. She looks good. Claps are coming. Her team wheeling her off the field. They're going to miss her now.
They will miss her.
Go,
But it's a
girls.
good sign that she's been able to come off without any assistance. As you
Yeah,
noticed
smile
there a
on the
few moments
face.
ago, the stretcher was out there, but she said, no, I'm coming too. And she just leaves the field now.
Oh, short restart here, catching them off guard. The Rams not ready for it. The Tribe dancing through. This is going to be a great try. A good opportunistic try there. The number 9, Abelesis, the Belgium import, and that was speed at its best. The short kickoff, the Rams not ready. The stoppage in play, just causing them to lose concentration. And the score now 10-0 in favour of the Tribe.
Well, that happened very quick. All of a sudden, we were saying, the lass was coming off the field, and then all of a sudden, play was back underway. And as you said there, Gareth, they caught the Rams napping. The kick is an unsuccessful one. So
The
1.5 minutes, it's 10-0.
The sheep was asleep.
The sheep was asleep.
Dr. Zeus at its finest. As the ball coming back now for the restart. Going to want to be onto this, the Rams side. 10-0 the scoreline.
1.5 minutes remaining.
Kicker.
Couple of stoppages in this game.
Could be a little bit more. As the kick goes past the 10, as the Rams now come outside, they're 22, spinning it around. The Greater Sydney Rams. What a success story it's been for the entire club.
Yes, unlucky the men's senior side to miss out on the NRC final series. As the ball coming up through the middle. This is a strong run here by the Rams side. Picks the ball up there. Good play.
Nice palm in the
Advancing.
face.
Coming through. Nothing wrong with that, is there?
Straight
Yes.
off your feet.
Diving over, just losing her feet. Quick tap here by the Rams. Coming forward.
Advantage, not
Catching him
ten.
offside. Advantage been played. Butler with it to Cisco. Dummies on the inside. Links out on the outside, but unfortunate the pass goes to ground, Peter.
As they come back on the right edge, spinning it through again, centre of the Maury Breen Oval. The girls just trying to probe a gap. Oh, big tackle! Upended around the rib cage and
Picked
cop
up and
that.
dumped. The good old-fashioned pick you up and dump will Get
Now,
anyone on their feet, won't it? As
Spinning.
she spins.
she weaves. She puts the foot down. She'll score. Try to the Rams in the corner.
What a good individual effort. Bumping, twisting, turning. And she scores in the corner. It's going to be a difficult kick, but now the score here at Maury Breen Oval, 10-5 for the Central Coast Sevens. And we're watching live the Rams versus Tribe in the plate final. Of course, brought to you by Wyong Shire Council.
Quickly bring it back.
There's the siren.
That'll
And
bring us into half-time. It's been a lengthy half due to a couple of injuries. The girls all right, though, which is what we like to see.
Running out of time.
That's the main thing. All, no doubt, family and friends watching the coverage who knew her would be very happy to see her coming from the field unassisted. Here's the kick from the sideline.
Half
Not
time.
quite the best attempt of goal conversion. So half-time here. 10-5 the Tribe. Only a try in it, though.
Of course, both coaches looking very animated in the huddles at half-time. Referees coming to the centre of the field here at Maury Breen Oval.
And just going
It's
through-
anyone's game here, Pete. 10-5 the score, it was mentioned.
Yeah.
The Tribe's looking like the better team at the moment, having a weight of possession in that first half. The Rams scoring with their only opportunity really in the Tribe half of that
Okay,
that
yeah.
period of play.
Yep, cool.
And it's great news for everybody that has pretty much been a part of our coverage today. We were
No, cool.
hoping and praying that the thunderstorms that were predicted to sweep across the ground would stay away. And we just checked the Bureau. There are a few storm cells developing in and around Hornsby. But we should be able to get through the next hour or so, that is for sure. And that's what we want here, a dry track
Yes.
to finish off what
we
has
might,
been.
we might miss what's called the Hornsby sweep on the storm front.
Hornsby sweep.
I think, Pete, it's looking like it's going to stay away from Wyong. Might hit Terrigal, though. Terrigal, a hot spot for rainy storms right on the coast here on the Central Coast.
Well, we've
as the
had the-
kickoff restarted here, Tribe looking to attack straight away.
A lot of weather patterns here on the Central Coast. We've had the Wyong Doctor. We could have the Hornsby sweep coming our way. Why wouldn't you want to live here on the Central Coast and see a tournament like this once a year? The prestigious Sevens tournament going around. As we see now the Tribe leading by 5. The defence converges. Again, a bit of push and shove. Referee comes into it. Penalty here. Just on their own side of halfway. 5-point ball game.
Yes, set piece coming here. Which way is it going to go? Looks like it's going to go left. And yes, it is towards the grandstand. Cut out pass. Oh, she doesn't hang on to it. Looking at her fans in the grandstand there. Calling out to her, taking her eye off the ball, spilling it. And great opportunity here for the Rams to hit back, Peter.
This is what they needed. Forcing the mistake. You know. So let's see what can come of this.
It's equal.
5 points. They only need the tries. We keep on saying. The plate final brought to you by Wyong City Council. The next one is the men's. We'll have Warringah tackling the Tigers.
Just wait for
And then we
the
move through to the cup final just after 6 o'clock
The
tonight.
big one.
The big one. And then of
Counting
course,
down.
the big one will be 10 minutes,
10-minute halves,
we
yes.
believe.
Ultimate sevens, they
Rules.
call it.
As the Rams now spinning around in a 360, looking, probing, switching it. And they're probably also trying to stitch up the defence as well. They're trying to. Comes out to the 10. Inside the 22. Stepping, weaving, jinking. Gee whiz. Good stuff there. I thought for a moment she might have had ankle trouble, but nonetheless just gets back up like a born fighter. They breed them well out in the Greater Sydney District. Here's a penalty coming up, though.
Tell you what, this
to
young
the Tribe.
number 10, Cisco, really impresses me. She's everywhere for this Ram side. She's the heart and soul of this team, and she has played an absolute blinder of a tournament and a great grand final as well. As the Tribe now attacking, Looking to beat them on the outside, but no. Dancing, playing with the defence there.
Well, they're looking to extend their margin because they know 5 points is not enough in a plate final, that's for sure. In any division, doesn't matter what you're playing for, they need to find their way to the try line. They don't need to find their way into touch.
Great defence there by the Rams, and that is grand final winning stuff there, with a chance now to attack from about 25 metres out, taking their time to get set. They look very fatigued. It's been a big couple of days for both these sides as they saunter back now to the line out. Fitness might just get this Rams side. They might get them for numbers here, though.
3 minutes to go. In the
Batted
play.
out the back by Butler.
Up the middle they run. Can they brush away from them? The Tribe say, come back here. We're not done with you yet. Still on for the Rams. Space out wide. They take them on. Offloading back on the inside. Did whirl. Little bit of footwork there. Impressive. Bashing air, barging their way down inside the 5.
Yeah, they'll hold her up here. She is a lightweight young Cisco, and they do hold her up, not using the ball. It'll be a scrum feed now from the Tribe. 10-5 with about 3 minutes remaining here. Still a lot to play for. A lot of football left in this match. A lot of rugby left in this match, Pete Jolly.
On the money there. A lot of entertainment in this one. A lot of entertainment in the next 4 coming up as well. Don't go anywhere. We've got the big cup finals just after 6 o'clock. But before that, we are here to telecast the plate final with thanks to Wyong City Council. So the scrum here is 5 away from the Tribe 7s line. Just taking their time. 2 minutes 20 on the official game clock here. Hashtag Bar TV Sports on Twitter. Work your thumbs to the tweets and get in contact, and we'll make sure we read out the messages of support for the teams that are contesting the finals here tonight as they spin it out wide. The Tribe inching their way down to the 10, coming off their own line. Well, they've got to go 100 metres if they're going to pull off a stellar. Oh, nice tackle coming over the top from the Rams here, Gareth.
Great bumping run there, and she's a little bit worse for wear, Chloe Butler, after that big hit. That's a good captain's hit, that one, in a grand final, isn't it? As they come for the 22, the Rams still...
Here they go.
The quit tap.
The foot race is on.
She's missed the ball completely. It's gone through her arms. The Rams kicking the ball forward. It's a foot race. The girls look out and out on their feet, and she lunges at her on the far side of the field. Tribe looking to counter-attack now. Coming out.
Numbers to the commentary side. Just a matter of putting it together. Where's the offload? We need one. We've got it. Over the 22 they come. They bash and barge their way, rampaging.
The Cumberland throw.
Down to the 10.
We haven't seen the Cumberland throw all tournament, but pulled out there in the grand final, and what a move that was.
Oh, the ladies putting on an absolute spectacular here for us.
45 seconds remaining. The score 10-5. You can only say this is the Rams' last chance to ram something home here at Maury Breen Oval for the Central Coast Sevens, Pete.
30 seconds to go.
Last throw of the dice.
10-5. It will be the last throw of the dice. If you ever want to see a deep back line, just check the wide shot that you're about to view right now. They've come back. The winger is 10 metres inside the opposition's half. So that just gives you how deep they're going to try and attack here,
They want to
Gareth.
be absolutely steaming onto this ball, Pete.
Do you think they might do the kick,
running,
or will they back
hard
their
running,
ability?
Keep the ball. The bell has just won. The hooter, the siren, has just sounded in the background here in the plate final, and she's called a penalty, a short arm penalty, not feeding the ball straight. That is unbelievable. That's a game-changing call by the referee.
You can tap and then kick it.
And this is probably going to be game over here. They're all offside. It doesn't matter. She kicks the ball out. And at the end of the day, the referee bringing the game home here in the plate for the Tribe. 10-5. I'll
There
say it,
you
Pete.
go, 10-5. There you go, the women's plate division. 10 points to 5. The Tribe over the Greater Sydney Rams. Well, there we go. That's the first of 2 of the plate finals. And we keep it going for our good sponsors at the Wyong City Council. The Tribe getting home in the end by 10 points to 5. So the next game will be the men's plate final. It will be Warringah taking on the Tigers.
Yes, Warringah, one of the great teams in Premier Rugby versus the Tigers, one of these exciting US teams, Pete. It's going to be an absolute entertaining match, and the standard of rugby is going up and up as we edge forward to this cup final. And I tell you what, this match is going to be an absolute cracker.
Okay, put your money where your mouth is. Who will it be? Warringah or will it be the Tigers?
My mouth is all over the place, Pete, so my money's going everywhere, but it's going all the way to the Tigers. I think Warringah just haven't been in top shape in this tournament here, haven't played at their best. Tigers here, overseas, looking to consolidate their trip over to Australia and go home with the trophy, the plate, which they'll be eating off on the plane on the way home, I assume.
And they love chicken sandwich, so it's an ideal match. That is for sure.
Well, we love chicken sandwich in this box, and if anyone's listening in, I'm still hungry, haven't eaten all day, once again.
Twice. You've dropped about 20 Ks.
I tell you what,
Keep with me.
my cheekbones are looking very high as the fluid dehydrates from my face as we speak. But it's a great day. It's been an unbelievable tournament, an awesome ground to host Sevens rugby as the Warringah side in the green and white, the Tigers side in the Tigers colours as the Predator runs out on the field, the number 6 in Teo. He's our favourite player for the Tigers side.
Okay, so it's the Tigers going from right to left here on the Bar TV monitor. We're going to have what we anticipate to be a beauty. Stay
Yes.
with us.
And you only have to look at the physical presence of both these sides to know that this is a plate final. Both these sides here to play. Both sides, I guess, professional in their own rights. Here to win. And of course, the plate, a very, very, very illustrious trophy to win the second tier competition in this Central Coast Sevens.
Okay, well, we know what the big number 6 from the Tigers is likely to produce in Mickey Teo. That is for sure. One of their danger men. Look out for him. Warringah, of course, will be looking to the likes of Luke Holmes and Mick Adams. So here we go. The plate final for men. Warringah taking on the Tigers. And
Yes.
the Tigers have it on their 10.
Good take there by the Tigers. Plenty of pressure by the Warringah Rats with the pink numbers on the backs of their shirts. I smell a rat here. Maybe the Warringah side could come away with it. I guess a home ground advantage for them. An hour and a half for the Northern Beaches with traffic.
On a good day as they come out to the commentary side. The Tigers now looking to pounce down the sideline, and that's exactly what they do. Tafu, he beats one. Is he going to go into touch? He passes it. He offloads. It comes back through the middle, and now we see them spinning it out to the right-hand side.
Good hands. Good hands there, Pete. He
play.
spins out of the tackle as he approaches the line. He's taken head high, but he's going to take the try. And that is a brilliant effort there by the number 1, Ben Ladagaga.
Oh, Ladder Gaga. We know some Gagas in the world, but now we've created another one. The
Lady
big number.
Gaga.
Yeah, but now we've got a Benny Gaga. Ladder Gaga. And of course he crashes
I'm
over.
going Gaga.
I think we all are 2 meters out from the line. Now, Gareth.
Teo here for the conversion. He's been one of the most promising players here for this Tiger side. The Predator makes no mistake. The score now 7-0. Warringah don't know what just hit them. They're coming back. Their heads are shaking. They've got to get back into this match, Pete.
Well, they've got to figure out how they're going to do it. And hopefully they'll get the ball back and go wide to the edge as we keep on saying, this is why they've been in the final two, but they've scored a monster amount of points, Warringah, but the Tigers so far, they're leading by 7 points to 0. So let's see what the next few minutes have. We've got 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the first half in the final between Warringah and the Tigers, and of course our sponsor, the Wyong City Council. The kickoff, it goes high. It's been knocked down. Warringah, they're looking for the ball. They've come down with it inside their 22, looking up, looking for opportunities. But you know what? All they've been able to find is a tiger on the prowl.
That's right. There's a tiger in the tank, all right. As the ball now, advantage was played, but now it's a little knock on there, caught by the referee. It's going to be a Tigers scrum attacking from about the 22. And I tell you what, this match has got everyone here at this Maury Breen Stadium on their feet.
So 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half here. 7-a-side tournament. We know that by now. We have seen over 150 odd games being live streamed across the 2 days here on Bar TV.
Yeah, thousands of tries.
Thousands of hits.
But I tell you what, we've had an amazing audience at home as well. Queensland doing it as the Predator. T.O. dances, he's away, has support, and yes, that'll be a try. That's a great try there for the number 9, Zach Pangalinan. And in the Stars and Stripes headgear, he goes over. That's one for the USA against the Warringah Rats.
Yeah, it's an impressive piece of headwear as we're just seeing now as he comes back towards the halfway line. Nice matching colours. Here's the kick now from just 2 metres off the left-hand side of the goalpost, kicking towards the northern end here at Maury Breen Oval, here on the Central Coast. Looks okay off the boot. These are the ones everybody likes, let alone the commentators. The fans give an almighty cheer as the ball goes over the crossbar. So the Tigers leading Warringah 14-0.
Yes, 14-0. This is as many points I think that Warringah can let the Tigers get in front by. They're going to have to score before half-time here. Not long on the clock to go. 2.5 minutes. That's a long time in sevens rugby, though, as the ball comes down. Good restart by the Tigers. Really attacking there, but advantage play. Knock on. Caught there as he dances with the Tigers' defence. Looking to spread the ball wide, and he does.
Outside the 22, look at them go. A little bit of a goose step, bit of a show and go with the legs as well. Now they just do a bit of fancy stuff here, Warringah. They've got to produce more than just fancy stuff. They've got to try and get their way up the other end of the field. Whatever works for them, I guess. But it's a long way to go in this game. We've got 2 minutes in the first remaining, 14 points to 0, but they're up the other end of the... They need to be up the other end of the field.
Yes, and an injury there to Adams on the far side. It looked like he just went down. He's done something to his ankle. There was no contact in it, and he just kind of fell to the ground when he was carrying the ball in possession there. He's limping away. I don't think he's going to take any further part in this tournament as he comes to the side of the field. Yes, a replacement probably going to take his place here. We can't see anyone warming up on the sidelines here, though. They're calling for another player. He's taking his boot off. The tap comes now for Warringah. They use the width of the field really well, the Warringah Rats side.
Here they go, the Rats. They're over the halfway. Support's on his left. Support's on his right. He's just telling his players which way to go. Maybe he needs to tell himself to go straight because he's in the touch.
The flag is up. And he should have given that on the outside and shadowed his player there, but instead he chose to throw the dummy and call his man underneath him and not give the pass away, and that could be a fatal mistake in this grand final. The Tigers here, 14, Warringah Rats 0.
Another one from...
Great chase there by Teo as well, the Predator.
Well, he was trying to tell his men to come back on the inside, but all of a sudden he was running out of space on the field, wasn't he?
He should have passed to the outside straight away and shadowed his player. That's what I would have done back in my day.
Now, comes back to...
Warringah have won it, though.
Yeah, they have.
Little knock on, though. Referee picking up. Unlucky for the Rats. little bit of push and shove there. A little bit of my country's better than your country.
Yeah.
Of course, the USA being represented by the Tigers in the orangey gold on the field.
This is how he ended up into touch on the replay. Nice covering tackle. He didn't have much room to move, did he, as you can see on the screen?
Maybe did get that
Maybe
ball
he
in, though.
did before the foot was on the chalk. Well, let's slow it down right there. That's touch
if we go
and
back
go.
to the action now. The chip and chase there by the English import, and he doesn't get it there.
So
And number
Warringah.
10, Matt Turner.
Counter punch,
Here
look
we
at him
go.
go, Gareth, supports on the right, he takes him on, what a tackle, offloaded as well, what about the pure athleticism of that bloke to give it one to his playmaker, and underneath the post they go.
Yes, and Holmes, the go-to man, the leading try scorer here for the Rats. Going over there again in what is shaping to be a classic second half of rugby.
Okay, classic half of rugby coming up, that is for sure. 14-5 on the Bar TV scoreboard. Kick has been successful. They put their flags up, so it's now 14-7 on the Bar TV scoreboard as I hear the siren to indicate half time.
Yes, they'll have this kickoff though. One last play. One last attacking play here for the Warringah Rats, who look absolutely out of it, but they're back into it, counter-punching. Good restart there, battered back by the Tigers. They may want to get rid of it as Tio the Predator sends it wide to the import here on the sideline. He's dangerous, he's looming. Held the ball up well for his support to get there. Taken out over the sideline, and that'll be half-time as Kat back in the box with us. How are you, Kat?
Oh, very good.
I saw you down there before directing traffic.
How are those photographs going? A few nice ones?
Well, they came up very good, so check out the Facebook page of the Central Coast Sevens tournament. So you have all the photos, all the scores, and all the action, all the interviews. So
Multimedia.
multimedia.
Multimedia genius is Kat.
Well, or you can also go to the Twitter.
There's
feeds
also
into
the
there.
app that you can download as well.
And of course the app, and following the action here via the live stream. It's all the go.
And of course, you know, we can get in contact with one another. Hashtag CC7s.
CC7s.
Yeah, put that S on the end. Make sure you put that S on the end, that is for sure. Alternatively, hashtag Bar TV Sports. So it's
Yes,
half
it's
time here, 14-7, 7-point ball game.
Been a great first half here.
Brilliant.
Exciting end-to-end stuff. I'll tell you what, the Tigers, I thought they might have run away with it, but Warringah clawing their way back, the Rats, getting back up off the canvas, counter-punching, and keeping themselves in this game.
I
Kat.
reckon they'll be coming out firing in the second half.
Yeah, definitely a very fit side. Premier Rugby in Sydney, the Shoot Shield, one of the form sides of last year, Kat.
Yes, and it's always a big battle in the Shoot Shield. And you also have number 6, Luke Holmes, who's actually a hooker. So that's interesting to see.
Yes,
playing sevens.
we love our hookers in the sevens, that's for sure. Definitely a man of all talents with plenty of pace. Not often that a hooker can get a start in the seven side. I'd like to see a couple more front rowers maybe get the call up.
That would be interesting.
Ball playing front rowers, of course.
Yeah, the speed might suffer a bit. But
Short and fat will get you everywhere every time, Kat. As we go to the restart. Ball coming down. Tigers attacking. Looking very dangerous here.
Yeah, anyway, here they come, spinning it around left and right.
There's all sorts of laughter and carryings on going on in the Bar TV box as the Tigers look to attack. Good little short ball for shoulder, but hit from behind there by Warringah. They now have the ball, Peter.
Just letting Kat know, Gareth, he does a lot of things under his hat. He's a professional comedian as well.
So I heard.
So make sure you get a ticket next time you're up in Newcastle. There'll be laughs galore at the Playhouse, just like there was last night. They kick it ahead. They'll towards the 22. Where's the support? Oh, he thought he might have had his wing on the left. He might have went right. There could have been a chance.
Yes, they actually come down to the longest comedy longest running comedy room, actually, quite a bit. The Boat Shed in Manly, your neck of the woods.
The boat shed.
One of the
That's-
boaty boat. I love the Boat Shed. One of the
regular comedy nights, but
Yes.
the weekends get a bit.
get a bit rowdy.
That's when Gareth's there.
Interesting.
20 metres
I
short
stay
of the
there.
halfway line.
I get locked in the dungeon and
Doesn't
stay there. They booked me for a week, and I only do one night of comedy. Figure that out. As we go back to the rugby, ball kicked out on halfway with a penalty there. The Tigers walking back. Nothing to do here for them in the lead, 14 points to 7. Attacking, of course, towards the south end of the field, running left to right on your screen here.
And Kat, we couldn't do without the support in the plate final of the Wyong City Council. They're supporting this one as well.
Yes, it's excellent to see the local government getting behind an event like this, and obviously puts their council on the map internationally, and obviously having more tourists will help them definitely.
Here they go, they spin it out wide. They've got pace to burn. Outside the 22, he puts in a kick. Can he get it back?
Yeah, that was a bit of a
couldn't quite
mistake
get
there.
it back.
I think he should have kept the ball in hand there, Turner. Absolute speed to burn. He's blistering out there, isn't he, the English international?
And at this time of day, still having that pace,
Credit to
impressive.
him.
It is impressive.
I tell you what, the foot race at the end of it's going to be interesting. The
Definitely.
sprint.
Definitely.
It might have to be me and Pete at the end, just having a race to the canteen.
Oh, mate, I don't think we'd be sprinting. I think we'd be just, striding or cantering.
Yes, and a tap there taken by the Tigers. The Predator taken into contact. T.O. Oh, slammed to the ground there by Warringah. Chance to counter ruck here. And that's a penalty.
Right in front. They take the tap. All the referee says, come back here. Oh, was it ready? He's given a card.
Given a card. No
Yellow
need
one.
to carry on like that.
Maybe
The rat.
carrying on like a pork chop. Or more importantly, a rat.
All right.
That is
Yes.
what the team is.
And they pride themselves.
Here they
on
go,
that
straight
moniker.
through. Shut the gate, try time.
Yes, just
And-
catching them unaware there, Turner.
Matt Turner again, you can see his experience and his class.
Yeah, definitely taking advantage of an undermanned Warringah side. They're a man down now. 6 players in a 7-player game. It's got to be hard.
You bet.
We've seen the card come out a few times, haven't we? We've seen the card come out a few times in
In the last
in the
hour.
grand final last hour. Do you think the referees have been told to shuffle the deck?
I don't think so. I think the refereeing has been all right from what I've seen. So
Here's the
they
kick
have to
now.
be strict.
T.O. Can he kick it? Oh, no, just to the right.
Slices that one, and he walks away with a limp, but I think that was just kind of hiding things. Dissent.
Dissent. That's why we
I'll
had
tell
the
you
yellow
what, that's
card.
unfair. A bit of dissent. Nothing wrong with a bit of dissent. I tell you what,
Back chatting.
bit of back chat. Unlucky there, the Warringah Rats.
But
Learning the back chat from the Northern Beaches, probably out in the lineup in the surf.
as a rat, I don't know.
Maybe in the drains in the local area.
That's
Here we go. Here they are into open space. They cross the 10. They cross the halfway line. The guy's going to kick it. He's going to put it in the chase. Where's the chase coming from? Mr. Yellow Boots picks
And
it up,
Holmes.
grips on it, and
Holmes all
Holmes.
day. He is the go-to.
What
man
a
for the
try.
Warringah side. What a great try. Opportunistic. Looming up on the inside, just holding his line, knowing that his partner in crime would kick the ball infield, and that's a great try there to Holmes.
And the kick is a beauty. So the gap, it's coming closer. 19-14 on the Bar TV scoreboard. Under 1 minute 50 to go.
And of course,
What
a
a-
man down. How'd you see that, Cat?
It was a great try, well set up by Harry Jones, who's a speedster and a try-scoring machine himself as well. So Harry Jones, Josh Holmes combination
The
working
Holmes
well.
brothers.
So Luke Holmes is back.
Here we go
Oh,
again. Down the sideline. The foot race will have to
He's
start
called it
again.
back.
He's called
the
it
referee
back.
has called it back. Unlucky
Oh.
there for the Warringah side of playing a man down. Very impressive. They
unlucky.
should have. He's back now though, but I mean they should have started a man down. It's caused a bit of a spark in the outfit.
If they play like that, yep, definitely.
Let's
So
roll
that was-
this replay, guys, which happened only a few moments ago. Let's just see how this passage of play unfolded. Look at that
That
nice
was Harry
kick back on the
Jones
inside.
to
Yeah,
Josh.
Harry, talk us through it.
Well, just a excellent kick, and then Josh just picked it up and went with it.
Yes.
And the Tigers were left standing and watching.
Tigers in a cage
Tigers
as
are
they swing the ball
caged.
out wide now.
Matt Turner.
Turner.
Over the
Inside,
halfway.
flick ball. Keeping it alive.
Referee might get in the way here.
Just need to slow it down. I think the Tigers are all upended there. A little bit dangerous, but referee plays on. Turner with the ball out now. Passing it. The Tigers just need to play at their own pace.
Good tackle.
And that's a great tackle there. That's what we like to see.
Here's a gap out to the edge. Just went himself.
The Warringah side lifting here in this plate grand final.
10 seconds to go.
Yes, and just holding the ball here. This Tigers side looking for the gaps to open.
They're
Waiting
not
for,
done yet.
waiting for the players to come to them.
2 seconds.
Running back, he's kicked the ball out. Oh, is he going to get one more play in? No, he's called full time there. The final score, 19-14. The Tigers, the team from the USA, victorious over Warringah. Thanks very much, Kat. Thanks again for coming in.
It was my pleasure. Had lots of fun.
It's been great all weekend. And of course, your beaming smile lights us up every time you're here.
Thank you very much, guys, and see you next year.
We'll see you same time, same place, same box next year.
Definitely.
Good on you, Kat. Good on you.
Thanks, guys.
And
Actually,
thank
sort
you.
us out with the air conditioning box that the ARU guys have got. The prima donnas.
Well, fantastic to have Kat.
Yes,
Big of
definitely
the-
her insights into Premier Rugby and Shoot Shield Rugby in Sydney are second to none. She's the social media expert. You can follow her online. Of course, she tweets and does the social media stuff for, of course, the Rays and, of course, even the Manly side as well. But the Tigers victorious there, coming away with it 19-14. We are going to now lock the doors to the Bar TV shed. And we're coming now to the Cup final. What we've been here for 2 days for. Yeah. As we come now. As we come now, uninterrupted live for you for Bar TV. It's going to be a great coverage here. Great finals. And here comes the cup, Pete Jolly.
Well, here it comes. We're about set to rock and roll. That is for sure. What a fascinating tournament it has been. And of course, now it all comes down to the final 2 matches on the card. Of course, the Aussie Pearls, we know what jersey they'll be wearing. Nice green jersey, navy shorts and socks. Of course, they'll be taking on the Maple Leafs in the black and white jerseys as we have a little bit of didgeridoo action, welcoming the sides out onto the field for the cup final. And here they come, out onto Maury Breen Oval. Who will it be at the end of this final? Will it be the home side, the Pearls, or will it be the Maple Leafs?
Yes, and we've been saying it all tournament, Pete. These 2 sides, the top 2 sides, into the final. This is going to be an absolute clanger, an absolute cracker, and a great match to watch if you're at home at Bar TV. And of course, the Central Coast Sevens. I'm so excited. I'm pumped for this match, Pete. With the Pearls kicking off, of course, in the green. The Canadian Maple Leafs in the white. Players to watch out for, of course. Green on the far side for the Pearls. And I guess Landry and Farella for the Canadian side. Landry plays in the number 5. Farella in the number 9. But Kelly Green leading the try scoring. And here we are. It is now showtime in this cup final. Ball coming down. Canada coming up with it. Good defence there by the Pearl side. Picking the ball up. Spreading it wide. Inside ball there. Taken well and aggressively there by Chloe Dalton. She's all over it, Chloe. Ball inside here. Oh, can she get the ball away? No, scheming there, Landry. The danger player we mentioned before, caught there by the Panthers. They look to attack Green on the outside. She's got speed to burn. She gets around. No, she doesn't. Great cover defense there by Landry. Good defense now. Ball coming out. Little kick. We haven't seen them kick all day. Lands in the hands there. Ball inside. Little knock on though to the Pearls there.
Well, the breeze certainly got a hold of that, but it did pay into the arms of the Aussie Pearls, but it has just fallen apart in the end. So we have 8.5 minutes here as it is the final.
10 minutes. Caslick not being able to hold on to the ball there. As we come now for the scrum. Canada attacking. They can score points from anywhere on the field, this Canadian side. A lot of pace. As Landry now scheming. She's away, Landry. She might have all the pace to go all the way. Yes, she has. She's going to scoot away, Landry, for the first try of this Cup Grand Final here. And that's a great try by the Canadian number 5, Peter.
Oh, blistering pace. She is one to stop. They need to stop her. If she's going to have ball like that, Gareth, well, it could be an interesting 20 minutes, but the Australians, the Pearls, don't go off too early. We haven't had the possession yet. Give them possession. I'm sure they'll be able to strike back in the blink of an eye. Here's the kick now. Can they convert the try? It's a low one. Has it got enough oomph? Just goes wide.
Pushes it wide there.
Let's go to the replay and have a look at how it unfolded.
Yes, just splits the defence. That's just sheer pace. Pins the ear back. The short, faster hairstyle, getting her over the line there. And she plumps over, and that's a great try for the Canadian side. As they look now for the restart. Set to the left. Big high kick coming down. That's a good take there by Penatani. Starting this match. Ball spread wide. Green unmarked on the outside. Oh, she just juggles the ball there. Landry coming across though.
Over.
The Leaves with the ball now. Scheming. Inside. Oh, just didn't have enough support there to pop it up there. Marchak, who is known for her blistering try-scoring ability as well, as they spread the ball wide. Inside ball, Landry picking up the scraps. Brought down now. About 35 metres out. Dummy there. Oh, she's through. Gets the ball away. Good covering defence there by Amy Turner. But it's still alive for the Canadian side. Ball spilt there.
Penalty coming up to the Leaves as well.
Wow, that was a pretty long advantage there played. We haven't seen that too much in this Sevens tournament. 6 minutes left on the clock. The score here, 5-0 to the Maple Leaves.
And it's all been the Maple Leaves, that is for sure, in attack.
Of course, these two teams ranked 2nd and 3rd in the world as well.
The Pearls just haven't been able to get the ball. Let's see what they can do now. The Leafs searching, weaving for their second try of the final. They're 5 metres away. Here they come. They're going to be stopped. Bingham, are they the Pearls? They roll over and score their second try of the match. This is Green Shields.
Green Shields just hitting the hole at pace. There was a big wide gap there. It closed, but she was just too good, too strong, too fast. And that's a great try to the Maple Leaves. 10-0. The Pearls won't be happy with this, Peter.
Oh, Julia Green Shields. Hard to stop, as you'll be about to witness here on the Bar TV replay of the Maple Leafs second try of the afternoon. Just keep your eye on the big run. Even better, the ball before the run. Let's roll the vision and take a look at the second try for the Maple Leafs right here, right now. Take a look at this. Nice ball, quick ball. caught them napping the Pearls, and over they go for their second of the match.
Yes, just good hard running there. The score now 12-0, conversion successful by Harvey. Coming back now to restart this game. The Pearls got to be next to score, Pete, you'd think.
Definitely 12-0. I don't know if they would have thought they would have been down by 2 tries here in the final, so it's all in front of the Pearls, but if any team's going to do it, it's the Pearls, and here they go down the sideline, Gareth. Look at them go. Great tackle.
Great sweeping defence there, Green. Didn't really open up there, but looked to set it up. It's going to be a penalty for holding on to the ball there against the Pearls. Maybe she should have just backed herself a little bit more. We've seen her score some amazing tries this tournament. I'm sure she's going to nab a couple in this one as well, in what is the cup final here on the Central Coast Sevens. Ball now getting kicked out down the field, playing a little bit more like the 15-a-side game here, looking for territory in this final game.
Don't forget
$12,000 up for grabs here, Peter.
12 grand. I was just going to mention that. And
12K.
12K. It would be nice. That is for sure. And of course, big congratulations to our tournament director, Craig Morgan, coming up with this very impressive prize money, not just for the ladies here this afternoon, but also $20,000 coming up in our next cup final for men. But right now, it looks like the Maples have got a quarter of that check in their grasp already, but a long way to go.
Yes, $4 grand in the back pocket, Pete.
They've just got to get some territory, the Pearls, but the least they're just not inviting them inside their own half.
3 minutes left on the clock as the ball comes out, jinking, weaving. Could be on here if she gets the ball out. She does. Coming through on the ball, keeping it alive, the Pearls. Spreading the ball out. They have numbers if they can get it out there. Splitting the defence, coming back on the inside. She's got support. She doesn't need it. The number 7 there. Kaslik runs away with it. Kaslik all day. She's got pace. She's shown it all tournament. And the Pearls hit back, Peter.
And they needed it, Gareth. 12-5 with 2.5 minutes to go. Put your money on a converted try. So we have an absolute bell dinger here in the final here at Morrie Breen Oval. Here's the kick. We'll stay with the action. Then we'll go to the replay. Right in front. Here's the kick to make it a conversion. Here we go. Right boot strikes it. They like it. So 12-7, 5-point ball game here in the women's final as we head towards the replay, Gareth. And this just looked like a team that knew how to play, and that's what we expect from the team that represents this great country in full flight and puts the ball down. Only know where she does know, and that's underneath the black dot here. So it's going to be now only a minute and a half to go in the final in the first half. 12-7, and this will go right down to the wire. No exception to that.
Yes, Dalton with the restart there. Good long searching kick. The Maple Leafs go the blind side. A little bit of a chance there.
Support
on the inside. Is it Green Shells? Yes, it is. She comes away. She's running away with it. She's going to get the
great tackle
down.
If you ever want to see a try-saving tackle, that was it. But it's still on to the left-hand side for the Maple Leafs. Can they offload? They take the tackle. It's still on. Ball comes out. With the ball now is Landry. She flows it back on the inside. Harvey's with it. Harvey brought down centimetres out from the goal line. Back there now through the arms. Probing. The ball comes back. I think they'll call this one up.
Yeah, a little bit of an obstruction or maybe a knock on there by Shelley, the number 2 there. She was probing, looking for some runners, but she didn't get the runners she wanted there. And a little bit of miscommunication. The score here, 12 points to 7 in favour of the Maple Leafs. This is good end-to-end stuff in the Women's Cup final here on the last day and the last 30 minutes of the Central Coast Sevens. Here's the Pearls looking to attack here from their own line. 25 seconds to go. Referee not happy with that scrum there, Pete.
Well, the Pearls, we know they're ranked number 1 here at the Sevens tournament.
Number 2 in the world.
Number 2 in the world. And, of course, they're playing the third place Maple Leafs, who are ranked 3rd, as Gareth mentioned, 3rd in the world. So
Mistake
far,
there. The Maples come over, and that's going to be a penalty. That could be a card here.
Have two guys.
Professional foul. No, she's kept the cards in the pocket.
siren goes
That'll be
for
siren.
half time.
One more play here.
They need to keep them out here, the Pearls, that is for sure.
Screaming at each other to lift here in defence. The Pearls on their own goal line. This is exciting stuff here. Green Shields with the ball. Set deep to the left. Looks like something's coming on. Little wraparound play there. Landry through. Landry will score.
Brilliant.
That's a good try there. A brilliant try, Peter.
Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant athleticism. They backed their ability. The siren went in the background, but they knew they were only going to be over if they could get it over the chalk, and that's what they did. Slammed it down. A try to Canada, ranked third in the world, and at half time we'll have the kick. But so far, Gareth, at 17-7. It's a 10-point ball game here at half time with a kick to come.
Yes, and of course 10-minute halves, so the 10-point margin isn't as bad. She kicks it, it comes
She's got
around, it's over. That's a great kick there by Harvey to end the half. It's 19-7. But of course, as I was saying there, the buffer, not too much of a worry here for this Pearl side. They need to regroup at half time and get back in the match. The coach down there laying down the law. Looks like he's got a cool head. The Canadian side huddled, arms together.
You guys are saying that same
Let's
thing
check
to us.
out how the replay is going to unfold. We'll hit the play button now. This is the last try for the Leafs heading into the break. Nice switch, nice play. Caught one or two out there
Yeah,
from
just
the
the
Pearls.
wraparound play
The
there.
wraparound, and over they went for the
Just
5-pointer.
coming around, Pete, and just opening the gap, creating that extra man. And I tell you what, it's game on here for the Pearls, trailing the Maple Leaves by 19 points to 7.
Well, we know they've got them in them. They've just got to get the ball in good field territory, because the whole possession, it would have swung favourably to the Maple Leafs inside the Aussie Pearls half in the first 10 minutes.
Yes, and John Tate, the Canadian coach, walking away with a big smile on his face. He's definitely very confident coming into this second half.
Well, he's only 10 minutes away from 12,000 grand in his back pocket. And, of course, we know that goes into the development, the development of these fine players.
Didn't they say it was an opera house tour?
It could have
And a
been.
ferry ride?
They might have. What did they say?
When they came here for their exclusive interview with Bar TV, the Canadian girls, Landry, saying that the money goes back into the kitty.
That's it.
Of course, touring around the world as we come now for the second half in this cup final. The restart to be taken here by Harvey. Ball's up, captains are ready. Anticipation. Yeah, comes up well there. Maple Leaves turning that over, and she's cut through the middle there. She's got one to beat there, and it looks like Bianca Farella is going to score. We named her as the danger player. In and away, just scooting from the back of the ruck at the breakdown there. And that's a great individual try. The score now 24-7, Pete. Didn't want that.
Not so early on in that second half, that is for sure. But you've got to be dealt with the cards that you're given, and the cards now, well, they've got to get the ball. They've got to get position and just starve the team that's in front, the good Maples, by just getting more points. They just got to do something. Maybe we have to call above for the gods to come down here for the Australian Pearls, of course, the Aussie Pearls. Here's the kick. This ball will fall up short. So no change, but gee, 24-7 with 9 minutes to go in the Women's Cup Final of 2014. Not where you want to be with 8 minutes to go if you're the Pearls.
Yes, the Pearls winner of their pool. That's a tongue twister, Pete.
I think I'll say that again.
The restart coming here for Harvey, unsuccessful with the conversion. As now I'm stammering over looks like they were in front of the kicker there. Good bat back there by Dalton, getting up above everyone. Oh, she spilled
straight
the
through
ball. Had a look there. Did she? Charlotte Kaslik, the try scorer.
Well, they look a little bit rattled.
Yes. The occasion may be getting to them. I mean,
You don't
they
say
play
that often
all
about
over,
the Pearls, though, do you?
all over the world in stadiums. And, I wouldn't think that this Gosford Sevens would be too big for them, but I tell you what, it is a big tournament. 12 grand up for grabs.
And they're tackling the third place side in the world. They're here to play. And sometimes when you're the underdog, that can really play into their favour.
Wow, what a good run there by Landry. As it comes out now to the try scorer, Farella. Dealt with, though, by Green on the other side. She's been a little bit quiet, Green, but they haven't had much ball. Coming out now to Landry. What's she going to do? Draws one inside. Still going there.
Well
Russell.
inside.
She's hard to put down, Russell. Coming now, Green Shields out the back now. To the goal kicker.
Look out, here's trouble. Under the post they go again. Well,
Wow, what a great link play there.
this is a carve up in the final.
The big number 4, Kelly Russell. So hard to stop from that far out. But good play in the lead up there by the goal kicker, Harvey. And this could be a blowout here, Peter. Not what we expected, 29-7.
29 points to 7. And the kick, well, you could throw it over from here. This is going to be something of an absolute stellar effort if they're even going to get back into the contest. I don't think they can.
I tell you what, Landry makes no mistake with that one. As we
Here's
go
the
to the
replay.
replay. Just a jinking run there. That's a good run, isn't it? And she just links up over the top, basketball style, and not going to stop her from there. Big Kelly Russell as they come back now for the kickoff. Harvey with the ball in hand. Ball up in the air. Good take there, was it, Dalton? Yes, it was. She's been impressive. That's going to be a penalty there. Not rolling away. Here we go now. Looks like it could be a quick tap here. Kaslik with the ball in centre field. About 40 metres out. They're looking for a set play.
Well, Pearls, 24 points in 5.5 minutes, Gareth.
Yeah, well, that's looks like it's a hard task, but I wouldn't put anything past this Pearl side as they switch play. Big long cutout pass. Green with everything to do. Landry, she's been marking her well. Yeah, good tackle there, Landry. For mine, she's been the player of the tournament. As the ball coming in now for the Maple Leafs. They come back up through the middle. Good searching run there. Looking for the pop pass. Landry turning the ball over. And that's going to be a penalty. Not rolling away there. Green, not having the happiest of finals.
It's definitely right. Well,
Looking for the touchline here
This
is
will-
Harvey.
get them closer to the try line. Not a bad kick. They find the line about 18 metres out from the Pearls line.
Yeah, look for them to shape to go to the open and cut back in from the blind here through Landry on the inside. It's one of their go-to plays, the Canadian Maple Leaves.
Well, Harvey's deep.
Come now for the line outs.
They'll be looking to get it to Harvey. That is for sure.
Oh, good little short ball there. She trucks it forward, taking a bit to bring down there. Maleshi.
They're in.
Great try there by Paquin, but no, it's been called
Oh,
back.
called back. Well, you take that
Unlucky.
if you're the Pearls. And
No, it is a try.
he has, yes, it's a try. They've awarded it. Well,
Paquin just picking that ball up and diving over from close range. Easy as you come, and I'll tell you what, 36-7.
did you? Nobody would have expected
Nobody
this.
saw this coming.
Even the great judges of rugby wouldn't have expected this.
That's right.
It's Harvey with the chance to convert. Wide.
Hooks that wide. Funny style, hasn't she, Harvey? She bends down deep, gets the back into it. As we look at the replay here, the ball just coming down through Russell at the back of that ruck. And just sees the ball pop out there, doesn't she? The number 3 in Paquin. And that's as easy as you like. And that's how we like it, easy.
Well, there we go. It looks like, I think it's fair to say, 3.5 minutes. Looks like the check might be going across the oceans here as we see now, they're not done yet.
No, they've got more points in them, this Canadian side, and the Australian girls has been a very long tournament. I mean, making no excuses for them, but 5 hours in between some matches is a long time for these athletes who are at peak performance. So maybe that has something to do with the, I guess, static start to their final here in the Cup. But tell you what, take nothing away from this Canadian side. They came here to play, didn't they? Very, very confident when we spoke to them in the Bar TV box earlier on today. Ball coming out the back now. Chipping ahead. That's the second time the Pearls have kicked it. Wrong option there. Bounces up well. And they're going to counter-attack. And they do. She'll hold the ball up. There, Harvey. Getting support now. Holding onto the ball. It's going to be a penalty to the Pearls. Too little too late, though. The score here, 36-7. Let's see if they can get another try, though, on the ball. Yes, and technical difficulties there. I think Jesse Pirani listening in out there put the mocker on us as they go up through the middle. The Canadian Maple Leaves, and that's a try there to Paquin. She'll score a double in this final. It's now 41-7. Not missing much out there in Bar TV land. This coverage absolutely going off. We've got over 10,000 users watching us right now.
Indeed. And the Pearls, well, you don't want to say this, but I think they have been beaten by, well, a side
emphatically.
Emphatically, and a side that was a lot more hungry. They have been starved of the ball, but that's no fault of their own. The Leafs have just haven't.
They've had all the possession.
I think they've played the perfect near 20.
Yeah, definitely the perfect sevens game. Just possession. And the hooter goes, the siren goes. The referee's going to give them one more chance to score here, the Pearls. The game well and truly over here at Maury Breen Oval on the Central Coast. Live for you for Bar TV, the home of grassroots sports. And great restart there, Paquin with the ball, passing it out. Harvey bringing one around there. Good cutout pass there, but no, it's going to be a knock-on. That should be the game there. As she's driven to the sideline, and they've played all game, and that'll be the ball game for this Cup final. It's 43-7, and the Canadian Maple Leafs come here to play, won the tournament, and they'll collect the 12 grand, Peter Jolly.
Oh, fantastic effort by our friends in Canada. They've been able to come here and knock off the Aussie Pearls, who will see the number one here in the Central Coast Sevens tournament, and of course ranked number 2 in the world, the Aussie Pearls. So Canada, you will be rejoicing knowing that you've knocked off the Australians on home soil, and the girls are loving it. They're taking back the cup, and more importantly the cash, and even more importantly the memories of knocking off the Pearls.
Yes, and Tate, very happy, the coach Tate, with the Canadian side. They're rejoicing in the middle of the field, the Australian players. You can hold your heads high, girls, because a very good performance through what is a very long tournament, and it's been a very hectic schedule for a team that's only warming up in this series. Off to Dubai next, off to Singapore, all around the world. But the Canadian team, let's take nothing away from them. 43-7 in the Cup final as we warm up now for the grand final in the men's competition. It's the Wellington side versus DeVita.
And of course it is 6:45 here in New South Wales as we beam live across the world here on Bar TV. Don't go anywhere. We have seen a fantastic afternoon of rugby sevens, that is for sure. and it all comes to a halt after the next 20 minutes. Well, the presentation being presented downstairs now, and what a moment for
the paparazzi
Canada.
down there.
The paparazzi there across here from Canada.
Yes, following
All
them
five
all
of
around the
them.
world.
Our dear cats down there. All the images will be beamed live across the World Wide Web as we speak. That is for sure. So,
Yes,
credit to them.
the
Brilliant
Australian-
effort by the Canadians.
The Australian girls still huddled. They can take a lot out of this tournament. It's been a great effort by both teams to make this final in what is a game of sevens, but it's also a game of attrition here, playing a lot of minutes, over thousands of tries scored in this tournament. But now we come to the big one, Pete Jolly, the big game, Wellington versus DeVita in the men's grand final to take home the cup and, of course, take home the $20,000.
Yeah, a lot up for grabs, a lot up for stake. And thanks for tuning into Bar TV this afternoon. And, of course, when you do a telecast of this magnitude, sometimes a little things can go wrong, but we've plugged the power back in and we are back on deck. So stay with us. We have the men's cup final, DeVita and Wellington, that is for sure. As the girls now, well, proud as punch. Look at them rejoicing. The check of 12 grand. How much is 12 grand in Canadian dollars? It'll be up there. It'll be pretty close.
I think they're pretty much one for one.
One for one these days,
Let's
yeah.
say $12,000.05 I'm going with, because they're going to get you at the exchanges, aren't they? The travel X's and all the like. As now the men looking to come out. We can hear the clapping from the bowels of the change rooms. The Wellington side getting pumped up. We can hear them chanting in the dressing sheds. This whole commentary box is shaking, Pete.
Exactly, and it's not an earthquake, that is for sure. Of course, the Central Coast, they've had a few tremors over the last 3 months as well, you know, just on the side. But this is not about earthquakes. This is about action that will bring tremors in the men's, that's for sure. Where will this game be won and lost? Wellington Rugby Football Union, New Zealand and DeVita. A warm welcome to our friends across the ditch as well, tuning in, clicking on to our coverage right now as they eye off the field, both nations, and here they come, Wellington and also DeVita, looking around at the atmosphere that will be created by their parochial fans that have come in here to Murray Breen Oval. Look at this moment now as both sides do their symbolic gesture in the middle of the field.
I tell you what, I'm excited. Foe leading out the Wellington side. This should be an absolute classic game of sevens. One for the ages, the two, probably the best two teams getting through in this men's division as well for the cup final. DeVita to kick off in the blue, Wellington in the white. Wellington running towards the southern end. DeVita running towards the northern end here at Murray Breen Oval. Live for you, Bar TV, hashtag Bar TV Sports, hashtag CC7s. And here we go. It is showtime, Peter Jolly.
Here we go. Sit back and enjoy this one. DeVita to get us underway. Can they come down with it and score the quickest try in Central Sevens history? Oh, we've seen it. That is pure class.
Well, Marta just coming through on the ball. Wellington not committing to the ball, and he just came up with it and landed on his chest. It was like a set play. I don't know if it was, but within the first 5 seconds, I tell you what, it's got the crowd up on their feet. And Marta scoring the first try, probably the quickest in the tournament's history, Peter.
Indeed, we thought we saw an earlier one that broken records, but this has absolutely smashed them. Well, the fastest try in history.
It is confirmed.
That is for sure.
Yes, he kicked it now. It's 7-0. The DeVita side. The number 10, Amosi, making no mistake about it. And it's just been announced, yes, that was the quickest try in Central Coast Sevens history. I'll tell you what, only just getting towards the 10 there.
Well, it doesn't matter what sport you play, doesn't matter if it's league, union, whatever. To score a try from the kickoff, it doesn't happen every time you go out there. And moments like that, no doubt, go down in history.
Yes, definitely. As Wellington attacking now. Little break. Oh, ankle tap there. Foe with the ball. Foe, he's fast, he's big, he's stocky. He's got support on the outside looming. He finds it in Curtis. Curtis brought down now. About 15 out, Peter.
And they're on the attack. Oh, the ball comes back now to DeVita. Oh, push and shove. This is what we love here on the Central Coast. Hold on, we've got a penalty.
Yes.
A penalty to Wellington. 10 metres away from the DeVita line.
Holding on, all right. That's what the penalty was for, Pete.
7-0.
Samuels now with the ball.
What
Unsure
have they
of
got
what to
in
do.
there?
Going to
Tiny
kick the line.
bag of tricks. Well, they boot it towards the grandstand side just to improve field territory. They've gained probably another 3 or 4 metres towards the DeVita line.
Yes, and we could see one of these set plays that Wellington have to get them back into this match here. Of course, it's 7-0. Try scored off the kickoff by Marta for DeVita as the ball comes in now. Good throw to the back. Oh, a little bit shaky off the back. And DeVita come up with the ball. Gee, they're here to play as he gets around one. It's going to be a foot race. Little goose step and great cover defence there.
In the touch.
Taking him out on the far sideline. Wellington, well, Wellington. I tell you what.
Wellington needed to be on their game there, and they were.
DeVita looking very, very sharp though, Peter.
Yeah.
Attacking from all corners of this ground.
Well, Wellington now, they've got to strike back, down by 7, 6.5 minutes remaining in the first half. The defence is in your face. They're not going to go anywhere if they just run into them like that. Now they come, they switch it from the commentary to the eastern side. They cross the 10, looking, probing. There's the gap. Good tackle over the top by DeVita. Equal better pass out the back, keeping it alive. And the ball will go close to going into touch.
Yes, going into touch. And I tell you what, this Wellington a little bit more structured than the Fijian DeVita side. Looks like they've gone for the quick line. No, called back there, the quick line out. Wellington looking a little more structured. It's a good example of well-structured beat ad-lib rugby. We'll see at the end of this game, of course, the game 20 minutes, 10-minute halves in the final, 7-0 here. DeVita leading the score. Good line out taken by the team in blue. DeVita looking to use the width of the field. They do. Straight out wide there. Dancing Jig losing his footing there. Unlucky. Just comes out the back there. Curtis with the ball. Throwing it inside.
As they approach the halfway line.
Samuels tries to ducks under.
His feet went from above him. Now they spin it through the middle. Where's the gap going to come, Gareth? They're hoping for a gap, but the defence is not allowing them to. Back out to the commentary side now. They come up over the halfway line. Spinning, weaving, jinking, offloading. Wellington, razzle dazzle here in the final. Will they be able to put the foot to the accelerator and turn the razzle dazzle into a 5-pointer? What a try! What a 5-pointer underneath the post. Absolutely brilliant play by Wellington.
Well, it started off with Foe dancing, goose stepping around, and he had Shrivers on the inside backing up, and that's a great try there to the number 2, and that gets them back into the match. The score now 7 points to 5 with a kick to come in front as we go to the replay here for Bar TV.
Where do you start the replay of this one? That is the question that everybody in the truck out the back in the OB van is about to look at. We're going to start it from about 40 metres out from the line. Look at this beautiful run. It's all about support play in the sevens. They know that. Little bit of a skip and all he had to do there is put it down, and the kick is a beauty. So we're locked up in the men's final. It's 7-all here in the final of 2014.
Yes, what an exciting start to this game. And of course, there's still 4 minutes to go in this match. 10-minute halves in the final as the Wellington side come up. Battered back there by DeVita, but Wellington come up with it. This could be dangerous. Foe with the ball. Deceptively quick he is. Belgium now spins it out. Coming back on the inside. Ooh, maybe a little hint of a knock on now. Shrivers calling him inside. He's found space there, Shrivers. Oh, off the head there of Foe. They link up again. Unlucky that time though, Peter.
Yeah, very unlucky. If the pass stuck, well, Wellington would have went all the way and scored again. But in hindsight, we can say that. But on the scoreboard in real time, it is 7-all in and humdinger of a final here on the Central Coast. Hashtag Bar TV Sports. Hashtag CC7s with an S on it. Get in touch. Send us your photos. It's been a terrific 24 hours here. And of course, who's going to take away the 20 grand up for grabs here in the men's final? We're about to see. So don't go anywhere as DeVita now from their own goal line, spinning it around at every opportunity. Here they go inside their own 22. Ball comes out the back. Wellington have it. They have the ball and they have the opportunity here, Gareth. Well inside the DeVita's 22.
Yes, Curtis there, swamped there by DeVita, but chance out wide if he can get it out there. He can. Jinking around is Samuels. Hard to put down. Slowing it down. Wellington do this really well. Just playing the ball, resetting. As the ball comes back, Belgium now, little step away. He gets away from one, and Shriver on the inside, backing up as always, taken down though. Coming around, Samuels with a long floating ball out there to his captain, Foey. A big palm, and he's over.
He comes around too. He's going to score underneath the post to make the conversion even easier for Wellington. So the scoreboard now on the Bar TV network, it is Wellington out to 12 points to 7 with a kick to come from right in front of the post. Well, they had the numbers out wide and all they had to do was back their own ability, pin the ears back and go and score the try. And Gareth, this is what we're going to witness right now. We'll go to the kick first, then we'll come back for the replay. It's a beauty from right in front. So the score now on the Bar TV network, it's 14 points to 7, and this is the try.
Yeah, look at that. Great hands there. Great long ball from Samuels out to Foe. Had a bit of work to do, and the big palm comes out. Deceptively quick, isn't he, the stocky winger he's playing today? But I tell you what, he could probably fill in at hooker any day of the week.
I'll put him any position on the field. He'll do you proud.
I tell you what, the lead-up play to that, Wellington just coming back and resetting. That was the key to that try there, just holding the ball, playing at their pace. As we have the restart now, maybe not going the full 10. No, it doesn't.
1 minute remaining in the first half. And DeVita, they want to take the quick tap, and that's exactly what they do.
Well, met well by Samuels.
Wellington's half by 12 metres. Here's a penalty coming up for them.
Yeah,
they take the tap here. Off they go. Talking about setting the restart button quickly. That's what they love. Now it comes back to Wellington. They're going to bang it downfield. Here's the chase. Back go DeVita. They feel the ball on the 10. Here he goes now over the halfway line. Away from one. Oh, slipping as he comes down to the 10. Wellington now have the ball, but a penalty. Penalty to DeVita on the 10.
Yeah, Rivera looks very dangerous on this.
He's going to give him a card.
He's giving him a card.
A yellow card.
Foul. He's done so well, Shrivers, this game, undoing all his good work. A little bit of ill discipline there as DeVita now with the ball, the side in blue. They look to spread the ball wide to suck in some numbers.
10 seconds.
Drawing 10 seconds to go. He's got pace, and that's a great last-ditch attempt, but the try still on. The number 1, Retrano, is going to score right on the hooter.
Right on the hooter. Well,
right in front of the sticks. You can only think this is going to be 14
go down
all.
for Wellington, but we know they've got it in them if you're listening from across the ditch to get back into this. So that's half time in the final. What a frenetic first 10 minutes of rugby here as we go to the screen and check out the replay right on the siren.
Yeah, good ball there. And Amosi just passing the ball off. Thought he might have had the pace there. Ball back inside. Great backing up there. And Rajarada coming around and scoring that, putting it down under the posts. And that is Fijian rugby at its best there. As we come now for half-time, the score's locked up at 14 all, Pete. I'll tell you what, that was breakneck speed in that half.
Oh, mate, if you're watching this, you are glued right now to this finals tournament. Doesn't matter if it's in Dubai or at Rio. Doesn't come much better than what we have on display here in Australia on the Central Coast. And this tournament's going to be around for a long time. This is absolutely breathtaking rugby at its finest. And what a next 10 minutes we've got. You can't pick it. It's too close to call. Wouldn't even surprise me in 10 minutes' time, Gareth, if we possibly might be going to extra time.
Yes, I'll tell you what, Craig Morgan does an absolute special job on organising this tournament. So much work going into it. Takes the whole year round to organise, and it culminates in this, the grand final of the Cup here. As we come now, the referee's coming to the centre to take the restart for the second half, Pete. What are your predictions, mate?
Mate, I reckon it's just going to be identical to the first 10 minutes. Both of these sides, they want to be able to walk away with the Cup. They're going to put their heart, their soul into every tackle, into every run. This is going to go down to the wire, and come along for the journey as we're about to get underway for the second half.
Yes, 10 minutes and 20 grand on the line here as the ball comes up, and David racing away here. He's got support on the inside, doesn't really need it. Outside, he dummies. He's going to go all the way there. The big number 4 in Apasai. He's getting it called back though. Well, little call from the touch judge maybe. Let's wait and see what it is.
Well, it's on the scoreboard. They've put it up. 19-14. It is a try.
Yes, it is a try. A little bit of confusion there. Referee overruling his touch judge, but I tell you what, he streaked away. He had options outside, inside.
Yeah.
He turned himself and his own players inside out as well, and makes what we can only describe as a great Fijian try. Missing the conversion there.
Here's the replay coming
here.
up. Davida now have the lead, and it was all because of this run. Look at him go. Legs in full motion, stepping, weaving, jinking, throwing the dummies, and over he goes and salutes the crowd with a big arm in the air. Brilliant stuff here by Davida. And now Wellington. Well, it's all in front of the team from across the ditch. What have they got in their tank? They need to lift, and they need to do it oh so quick.
Not
That
the
is
start
for
they
sure.
would have wanted, Pete. Not the start they would have wanted, but they look to come back on the counter and look to hit back straight away. Oh, offside there maybe. Not calling it, the referee. He came from behind him. So I don't know what the referee was maybe thinking there. As
Davida
now,
away again.
On the inside there. They have numbers. Can he get around the big number 2?
Under the post.
Yes, he can. Lavani Kuramudu. And that's another try for the Fijians. 24 points to 14 here.
Oh, the rampaging Fijians. This is why we love them. This is why we love them in any code that they participate in. They get the crowd involved, but more importantly, they just love what they do.
I tell you what, we were talking before to the coach of one of these Fijian sides, and he was talking about Fiji time, but I tell you what, they make up for it when they play sevens, don't they? Breakneck speed.
The kick's a good one from right in front. It's a successful conversion. So it's 26-14. Davida over Wellington as we look at the try. Look at this, ducking and weaving. And here's the support once again, brushing off anybody within cooey of the line. And over they go, like they know how, underneath the black dot.
Yes, big Lavani Kuramudu just shrugging one off there. and putting this DeVita side in a pretty commanding position here. Good restart as well, high restart. All taken well there by Foe, the captain of this Wellington side. Ball spun out now wide. Wide again, Wellington looking to attack. Oh, good defence there by DeVita in the number 7. Aroni causing the Wellington side to be erroneous. Aroni. Score here 26-14.
6.5 minutes remaining here, Gareth. 12 points is the margin. And it's all been DeVita in the second 10 minutes of this final. Gee
of
whiz.
course, the winner of this game gets automatic selection
Yep.
into the Coral Coast 7s, as well as the big 20 grand prize as they scheme to the blind side. Coming back in, opens up for them again. The team in blue, DeVita, but he's going to call it back for a little knock on there.
He does, just inside the 22 of Wellington. Well, how do they get outside their 22, Wellington? And that's probably what they're asking themselves. The DeVita side, what do they drink? They have absolutely just, well, talk about players
They've
being
saved their best for
dehydrated,
last,
but they've
haven't
saved
they?
their best drink for last. That is for right. Of course, they're on the sports drinks, but this is an absolute tremendous performance by them. But it's all in front of Wellington. Let's see what they've got to produce here in the last 6 minutes of the final of 2014.
And you can tell they're here to play as they absolutely swarmed Curtis there on the wing now. As Samuels look to start something, little ball on the inside, not ready for it there. The big number 12 in Taramai. Big Murphy Taramai, of course, on that 7s radar for the New Zealand 7 side.
On the hooker. On the hooker.
As the scrums now come together.
A lot of support coming from across the ditch. We're giving a few tweets of support for the Wellington side. You've got the whole nation behind you. You need to lift, and you need to do it ASAP. This could be the start of what may be renowned as a revival.
Yeah, 4 minutes 35 left on the clock as they fine touch well. Good finals theory there, kicking the ball out, not wanting to risk the quick tap. Going more for the set piece here in the cup final. Throwing the short ball, hit from behind there. It was Foe, and they spin the ball out wide. Wellington, dummies on the inside, goes to the outside. As they make a half break up that far touch line.
Not long to go, 4 minutes. They're looking good here in the middle of the field. They're supporting one another, but they just need to straighten up. Are we about to see them straighten up here? Short of the halfway line.
Yes, Murphy they're taken, but
Here they go, Gareth. Look at them go. They're down inside the 22. Look for the jink. Great try-saving tackle. It's still on. Wellington throwing it around. Oh, cut off by DeVita. Well, great play down the eastern touchline.
well, unbelievable scrambling defence there at the death. The ankle tap, the bootlace tackle there on Curtis, who every other game in this tournament he would have scored that try, Curtis. But DeVita, as you said, they've stepped up a gear in this grand final, in this cup final, and it looks like they might run away with it. It's the score here, 26-14, with now a couple of minutes remaining on the clock.
And it's still on for Wellington. Numbers to the right. Will they put it through their hands? This is the way they go. They take the line on. Oh, the ball spills out. Oh, they had their opportunity. But maybe they're going to give it back now to DeVita. Look at them sprinting away. Spinning out of tackles. Down to the 10. They're here to take the cash. That is for sure. And we've got only 2.5 minutes remaining here in the final of 2014.
Oh, knock on there, Wellington.
Chance for
Now
them.
Samuels with it, flicking it back around now. Belgium with the ball, the big Kiwi, number 10, coming through.
Here's
Now
a
that's
penalty to
penalty.
Wellington.
I'll tell you what, they won't be kicking the goal, will they?
Well, they won't want to be mucking around either. They just need to keep it going.
That's right, and they go the far side towards the grandstand and switch the ball back now. Big Murphy with the ball.
Spinning Murphy, looking, there's the support. He's got his winger. He may not need the winger. Wellington are going over. The crowd's telling him to go close to the post. Well, we're in for a nail-biting few minutes here. 1 minute 54, 26-19 kick to come.
Yes, big Belgium going over there, and that was a great try. Good building, good pressure there by Wellington. They were looming up that sideline, but I tell you what, when they hold the football and put a couple of phases together is when they look the most dangerous in this Sevens final here for the Central Coast Sevens.
7-point ball game. The kick is vital. Can he nail it? Oh, he sprayed it to the left-hand side of the post. Well, this is the equation. As we go to the replay.
Murphy stepping inside. Big, strong man as they get around through Belgium, and he comes over and he scores here. They've got to score
and
convert it to lock this game up now, the Wellington side. They've got a minute to do it. It looks like an impossible task, but I tell you what, this Wellington side coming into the tournament as favourites, can't put anything past them there, Peter.
Stay with us. 7 points they need. A try will not be enough. There needs to be a conversion. The kick's gone out on the full.
Not what they wanted there, with now a minute on the clock. Kicking the ball out on the full. The restart for DeVita will come by way of tap on the halfway line in the centre. They can take their time now. A bit of gamesmanship.
45 on the clock.
A try in this. 7 points separating these two sides.
You're looking at getting the ball back as soon as you can through any means possible. DeVita, can they hold on to the ball? We know they like to attack, and attack they do, but they need to hold on to it. If they can't hold on to it, could be suicidal. Now Wellington looking for the ball. 25 seconds remaining here in the final. DeVita, they may not be done yet. They might want to finish this tournament with a try, and a try, they've got it. What a one to finish the tournament. Oh, they'll be laughing and cheering in the streets of Fiji right now.
Yes, and the bench goes up. They know that is the final nail in the coffin. Semi Konatani scoring the last try. The herder goes. What a great grand final here for the Central Coast Sevens, Peter. What a great game of rugby. What a great game of Sevens rugby. And what a great demonstration for rugby on a world scale by the Central Coast.
Oh, what a performance. What a tournament. And what about this side, DeVita? They've been able to knock off Wellington by 31 points to 19 in the final. Whoa, what a performance. And as I said, they'll be chanting, they'll be cheering, and they'll be celebrating big time back home tonight. The party, it's about to erupt.
Yeah, get the carver out, because it's going to be unbelievable back home in Fiji. And of course, 20 grand as well, not going astray.
That's a big party. That is a massive party.
I tell you what, let's go and see if we can get in on some of that action. But it's been a wonderful pleasure here calling these games over the last few days for Bar TV Sports. We have the presentation. I'll leave you right now. I've been Gareth Wozniak. I'll leave you with Peter Jolly.
Okay, well, we're just having the presentation right now. The guys, look at their jubilant faces. Look at the honour that they have in their jersey from DeVita. This is a moment to cherish, that's for sure. Doesn't come much bigger in sport than winning a tournament, and what a tournament it has been to come away victorious in. The Central Coast Sevens, it started back in 2009. It started as a one-day tournament, and it's just grown legs and legs and legs in 5 years. Nobody could put a price on where it's going to go to from here, but we know that this team will be back to defend their crown. Make no mistake about that. They'll be back in 2015 for sure. And the crowd, well, the ones that are here, they're still here. They want an Instagram photo. They want a photo with everybody that they can get their hands on from DeVita, Gareth Wozniak.
Oh, what a great
Welcome back.
carnival of rugby. Yes, I'm back. I had to go and relieve myself. My voice is absolutely gone. What a great 2 days, and what a great promotion for the Central Coast. Of course, all the major sponsors on board, from Fitness First, Destinations New South Wales, of course, all the partners, Wyong Shire Council, CFM, the State of New South Wales, Gosford Council, Regional Development Australia, Kinesio, Boost, CPS, Brazilians, Jobs on the Coast, Terry White, Chemist, Chavez, Alcott Hire.
This is the
Event
moment
Cinemas.
now. They've got the check, they've got the trophy, and they are the tournament winners in the men's. Davida, they have been able to knock off Wellington in the end by 31 points to 19, and that photograph will be steeped in history back home, and not just back home, in CC7's tournament history as well.
Yes, one of the best grand finals of the CC7s, and a special shout out, of course, to Craig Morgan, the tournament director. Thanks for having us, Craig. We've had an absolute ball here, haven't we, Peter?
Oh, it's been a breathtaking experience. We'll be back hopefully next year to be able to continue Bar TV's coverage. Rugby union at its best. Get on board, tell your friends, tell your family. This is a tournament not to be beckoned with. It's going to be back next year.
And once again, I'll sign off, Peter Jolly. Thanks so much. I've had a great time with you, as always.
Oh, mate,
I'll
we'll
see
do it
you at
again
the
in
bar.
2015. Look forward to that. Well, everybody, that pretty much brings our coverage of the Central Coast tournament to an end. And what a victory. We keep on saying it, but if you get able to have a look at the highlights reel throughout the week, it will be one to pretty much remember for life. There you go. So the Cup finals are over, and we here at Bar TV would like to thank Tournament Director Craig Morgan, been a big supporter of Bar TV out of Newcastle here in Australia. And don't forget, if you want your tournament covered in season 2015, you'll be able to contact us on Facebook or via Twitter. Well, this coverage, it has to come to an end. We don't want it to come to an end, but I think we need to take a break here and rejoice with the players out on the field. If you're in the area, come along to the Wyong Lees Club. The party is about to begin off the field, and no doubt it will go long into the night before the Fijians board their plane back home. So on behalf of everybody who has put this TV production together here at Bar TV, all the unsung heroes are behind the scenes. The cameramen, the producers, the audio techs, the executive producers, and of course the head of sport here at Bar TV. On behalf of everybody, have a great Christmas, have a great New Year, and we'll be back in 2015 right here on the home of grassroots rugby, Bar TV.